This time we're starting a little different because the CUS Foundation is a newer foundation, and we figured why not have the founder here to talk a little bit more about what the CUS Foundation is really about. That's right. Thank you very much for the gear.
The swag. We got to
Look,
get you some Dungeons and Donation swag now.
That's right. You got to have swag.
That's right.
That's true. Betsy, do you want to talk a little bit about the foundation and kind of how you started it?
Yeah. I lost my husband to suicide, unfortunately, last October. And when he passed, I knew that I had to do something in his honor to really carry on his legacy of kindness, generosity, selflessness, because he really was a special human. And so I really struggled with what I wanted to do. And then I decided that caring for the survivors of suicide loss was where I wanted to create the space. And so I launched it on our wedding anniversary, July 12th, because I really wanted that day to have a new meaning, as well as, honor him in our wedding vows as well, to death do us part. And so the CUS Foundation was created. It's his nickname. His friends and coworker and everybody called him CUS. And so I just thought that was a really special way to honor him. And the foundation was launched in July. I've been working really hard to spread awareness that I'm in this space for survivors. And I think I'm slowly, getting the word out there that I am in this space. And all donations go to helping families in lots of different capacities. I've given care packages, I've given meals, I've created a restorative yoga once a month for survivors. I'm creating a once a month kickboxing class, turn pain into, power. And I have so many more things that I'm going to do with everything that we're trying to raise money for. And I'm so humbled and so grateful for all the donations that have already come in. And I'm just really looking forward to continuing this journey of healing.
Very powerful stuff. And this hit close to home for Dennis, right? This is kind of how we got the party started.
Yeah.
I've had the pleasure of working with CUS for over 23 years now. And I knew Tom and her whole family. So this one, I'm very proud of all the work that we've done, and I'm so thrilled of all the people that have helped us. But this one hits close to home. So thank everybody for stepping up, and let's get over that 3,000 barrier. I can't believe we've been stuck. Let's do this.
Oh, yeah. We appreciate definitely everything you do. Adding on to what Dennis said, if we hit that 3,000, we're gonna add a little goblin in here. So come on, guys, get more Gobos. 3,000 during stream. Let's make that happen.
Currently we are at here. I can we'll share the screen here so people can see it.
Beautiful.
Boom.
Nice.
$160 and we get another Gobo.
That's great.
Right. We're close.
Betsy, I just wanted to kind of I when I was listening to your story, just a couple of things kind of came to mind. Feel free to kind of respond to this however you see fit. But I just kind of wanted to mention some things. I feel like sort of a little known fact about our story. Like we've told many stories so far here, all these different streams. We've gone to Retro Game Con. We've told stories at these 3 Lives event. But I don't know that we've ever told the story of what was perhaps like the very first pebble that rolled down the hill, creating the avalanche that is now $20,000 of donations that became Dungeons and Donations. But I think at least part of that story starts with the passing of our mutual friend and training partner, Michael Benjamin, back in August of 2020. We lost him to suicide back at yep. Thank you. We weren't as close with him, like obviously as like you and your husband, but like it still affects everyone differently. And like these
a nuclear bomb, as you say.
Exactly.
It's a very dramatic way to lose someone. It really is. And So if I can help as many people, whether it's a friend or a family member, it doesn't matter. If you lose someone close, you're a survivor, right?
Yeah.
And we had only recently learned before his passing that he was a huge Dungeons and Dragons nerd. Sorry.
That's exactly what I was. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say. Is that so you've mentioned, like, you just brought up some things. Restorative yoga. You've mentioned things like various forms of therapy, Reiki. But I've also heard you, when talking to Corey, mention things like the importance of group hobbies, such as like even pickleball, things like that.
Yeah.
And I think a primary part of what we do here is raise money directly for these charities, Food Bank, CUS Foundation, Vera House. And like a huge part of what we do is raising funds. But another big part of what we're doing here is this evangelizing the good word of D&D, if you will, as one of these hobbies that's sort of a way of a group hobby that not only is just a good way of sort of spending some social time with some friends, but it's also sort of a unique one, I think.
Yeah.
And maybe if you watch the stream or help us out and participate with us at Three Lives, you see it could be a little bit of like a unique form of storytelling and escapism, and a chance to kind of build your own world where you're like the hero of that story. And I think that our friend Mike definitely enjoyed tabletop games for that reason. I actually went back and looked at our Facebook messages, and 2 weeks before he passed, he sent me a bookcase that was full of like probably around like 150, 200 books that were all tabletop RPG games. And he said how much he loved playing. And he said it's like he gets high while he's playing. Like, not, he isn't, like, he was saying
Orphans,
the act of playing is like just that sort of igniting for him, So I just wanted to, I don't know, maybe one day we'll have a CUS Center where Dungeons and Donations will be there trying to run some tabletop games, I'm just
so much.
Yeah.
I mean, I think anything that brings any kind of joy, any kind of beauty into your life is worth investigating and looking into and doing and living, right? So
the World Health Organization just did a massive study, and it not just about avoiding death by suicide, but just longevity in general. And what they determined was the number one factor was avoiding social isolation and loneliness.
Yeah.
So connectivity is the biggest factor in long-term health.
Absolutely. And that's my vision for this foundation, is to create a community where survivors have a safe place and they can do all of the things.
Yep. And also to that note, it's like a short 3 months after his passing, it was when we did our first stream. And it might not be a direct linear cause and effect there, and it might have been more of like this led to this and this led to that, and here we are. But we definitely get and respect and appreciate what you're doing, of that, like, transmogrifying this pain of like, this was like a really good person who had a positive impact on the world, and trying to turn that into something, like positive for the community. So I think that just like the fit here, I think couldn't be better. And we really appreciate what you're doing and love working with you here.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it so much. I'm so humbled by everything that you guys have done.
We're just getting started, Miss Cusimano. Don't you worry.
Let's build our CUS Foundation, everybody.
CUS, thank you so much. And listen, we're going to raise you a bunch more money. And I cannot wait to see where this foundation goes and to follow you on your journey. And I hope this isn't our last collaboration.
I don't think it will be. I have a feeling it's not. It's the first of many.
Yeah. I love that. Well, CUS, you have any parting words or anything else you want to throw out there?
I don't know the game lingo, so happy playing.
Appreciate
it right there.
I like that. Happy playing. That's what everybody says. Happy playing. So what it is.
Have fun rolling your math rocks.
Are you in Tennessee, young lady? Is that still where you are?
I am in Tennessee right now.
Tennessee. All right, man. Well, enjoy the
Well,
rest of
thanks,
your night.
Betsy. I
Spread the
appreciate you.
gospel.
Thank you.
I'll
Bye,
see you
guys.
on
so much.
Monday.
All right. Bye.
And thank you guys in the audience for hanging with us. That was really important to us, that we get her some airtime. And I know that was heavy, but now we're going to make it light.
Well, and a lot of people too, ask about the foundation and what
Yeah.
exactly it is. So I love that we were able to have her on and talk a little bit more about it.
Yep. Absolutely.
Mike, what are we playing today, buddy?
Yeah, what are we doing, bro?
Wait a minute. I thought you guys prepared the adventure.
Wait,
Oh, wait, I thought it was no.
Wait a minute. I thought
Was it? It's
no.
gotta be
Today we are playing the opposite of a heavy adventure. We are playing the lighthearted, the beautiful, the majestic, and the full goblin mode adventure called
Not yet.
Goblin. Yeah, not yet. So yeah, I don't know. Want to whip up roll 20 now that we're here? Let's get into the D&D action, bro.
Let's do that. Whoa, what's this?
Whoa, where are we? Whoa.
What?
do you like that better, or do you like this?
I like
this
side.
I like the
Yeah.
side.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, this is actually cool because you know what? We're not going to do a ton of like you have to move your character sheet. I might just leave this screen open so I can see you guys.
Word.
Boom.
So, boys, here we are. I'm so glad to be here. Let me just go ahead and where are we, guys? Where are we? Can we hear a little bit of audio?
I got
What's
some
chat
audio.
doing? Can we just check in with chat? How's chat? How's the audio? What's chat? How's chat feeling? Chat, we alive out there? Everyone watching? It feels a little loud audio.
The noble guy. I like it loud.
Okay. Cool.
Dude, love it. The noble goblin. Let's do this shiznit.
Beautiful.
Here we go. Here we go.
So, guys, we're here
Dun, dun, dun.
playing a little game called Goblin Heist. I think I have this.
All right.
Isn't there
Thank
the?
you.
Oh, first of all, I wanted to mention we got a couple spots left for this 3 Labs event. Corey, if you can go ahead and make that one full screen right quick.
Yeah, folks. I think
Maybe.
we might even be. I think one of my buddies just said he's in. We might be down to 4 spots left. They're going fast.
So peeps, hop in there quick. And also, if we hit that 3,000, we'll get that extra goblin in on the action, boys. So beautiful.
Yeah, so $50 locks in that spot. Play with us live. We're gonna be running an adventure. We don't know what adventure.
Oh,
yet,
we got to
you know?
throw a gobbo in, son.
Oh, we're there.
Oh, we there.
Drum roll.
Oh!
Amazing. Holy cow.
How
Amazing.
about this?
Push
How
the
about,
3.
oh, you know what? She just bought 3 spots at the table. We might
Oh,
be down. I'm sure
might
that, I
be
mean,
it.
that's Allie.
That
That's
actually
Allie.
might be.
We
Yep.
might have only 1 spot left. Dang.
All right, we'll verify with them. I guess we
Cool.
won't promote it anymore. Whoops.
No, promote it.
All
Promote
right.
it. We'll figure it out. That's
All
so
right.
true. That's so true.
So in that case, we'll explain real quick who we got here. We're running a goblin adventure. These goblins have been out in the cold for a long time, and they've just found this little cave. And they're all together, and they just want to be warm. So let's just start out with this. Who do we have here? Do either one of you guys prefer to go first, or?
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right, do it, Corey.
I'll show-
So before
Nah,
you,
show-
nope, that's worms. Oh,
yeah, I got it.
you see this short but dense goblin. He is definitely not skipping any meals. Even in the cold, he's still been hitting the gym. Some say he's on the sauce, but the only sauce this goblin's eating is probably pasta sauce. I'm going to be honest with you guys. And Chunks, as hardy as he is, he's the largest and the toughest of the goblin gang. Not that it's a competition, but yeah, it's kind of a competition. And Chunks will literally eat anything, but here's the kicker. He is just a little greedy. And he might be short, might be a little thick, but your boy can put away some serious food.
I love that. Well, I'm rocking worm today, And Worm is the smart one by Goblin standards. He found himself a magical book that has empowered him with not only mild wizard skills, but also an uncanny intelligence well beyond that of a normal goblin. He fancies himself the leader of the bunch, but I'm not so sure anybody else does. He's glommed on to Chunks because Chunks is thick and stout with 3 C's thick, and he makes for a nice meat shield for him and someone to help him towards his final goal, which is to be the leader of this little goblin group. But first things first, Worm's in survival mode. Just got to survive and get a warm place to stay.
Excellent. You know,
something
Worm's
everybody should know about Worm, though. He's always got a plan for this. Always.
That's right.
He's got a plan for everything. And more often than not, nah, dude, nah, he's not there yet, bro. Not yet. Not yet. He does wrist lock, though, because look at him. He's a weasel.
Worm's always got a plan. Yeah, so actually, Corey, why don't you go ahead and if I show this, can you just kind of do a quick scroll, like open this a little bit more and do a scroll through these? Chat, I would love it if someone could recommend which goblin we're going to add to the adventure. We just hit our 3,000 mark, so it's probably either going to be our boy Sweet Babbo, who's like a little baby. He's a little cute.
Wait, Corey or Spooches, give us Sweet Babbo's voice.
Oh, Sweet Babbo, he's even a little bit like this guy.
Oh, all right.
And then who do we got next? Next we got Sneeko. I think we all know about Sneeko. Like, he loves sneaking around. They love sneaking around. They sort of love being a little bit like, I'm Sneeko. You know, everyone knows Sneeko. They got hair in their eyes. They're a little too emo to see well. But they do look cool with the hair in their eyes. Who else we got?
Half the battle.
We got Stubtoe, a little bit of a clumsy Gobbo, I believe was her deal.
Basically Daphne.
Yes,
from the Scooby-Doo game. She's Daphne.
She's strong. She's your strong Gobbo. She loves to use her club and just yeet things around. That's sort of her deal. What else?
And then you got
Peepers. Peepers,
Velma.
actually, yes. We got our Velma here. She can see through walls, even. Like, that's crazy. Like, it can only be used twice, but she's got some powerful glasses. Look at those Peepers. She's the wise one of the group. So I'll let you guys kind of marinate on that. Chat, give us a couple suggestions. Throw out some names. You want to see Sweet Babbo, the one with the Baltimore accent? You want to see Worm? Or no, we already got Worm. You want to see Sneeko? But yeah, we'll check back on that in a minute. But chat, go ahead and give us some suggestions here. And now let's hop in on the map. What are we up to here?
So let us know when you're ready, Spooches. When you're ready to just go.
I'm ready.
Are you ready to hop in? Like, are we about to jump in right now?
So Corey, are you ready to go full goblin?
What's happening?
Yeah, I'm ready, but can we do it right now? Can you just give me like 5 seconds? I'll be right back.
Yeah.
What's happening, guys? Are you guys doing meth right now? Is that full goblin?
Sneeko. I'm Sneeko.
What's happening right now, guys?
I don't know. Chat, in fairness, we were told not to never go full goblin. We were told.
Oh my god!
However, we didn't listen.
Oh my god, they went full goblin. What's happening?
I have to it's very hard to drink beer with this long freaking schnoz this guy's got. Look at this thing.
Holy, what's happening? Does anyone else know I feel like I'm in a fever dream. What's happening right now, guys?
We've gone full goblin, son. We are ready.
Has everyone gone full goblin?
Oh, we got
I'm ready.
Babbo. I'm ready, dude. I'm as ready as I've been for a stream.
Oh my gosh. All the audio, I'm looking at chat a little bit. Sounds like everyone sounds good and everything. All right, cool. Wow. That's
All right.
insane. I'm having a fever dream. This is absurd. So, anyways, I'm the only one who hasn't gone full goblin. This is insane. So, guys, if we zoom in on our little circle here, what do we see? We see this fella. And you hunch together in this dimly lit cavern. It's chilly, but not as bad as the freezing winter outside. In the middle of the cave, a large goblin wriggles uncomfortably on an old chair surrounded by clutter and holding a dirty stuffed rabbit with no fluffs left. He's called Big Boss. Big Boss glares, then sighs heavily. Fine. I let you hide from winter in my cave, but first, you help me comfy. Big Boss must be cozy. You go Timber Sprout, little village. Steal best cozies and snickety snacks. Make me comfiest nest. I just want to be comfy. He whines, twisting to you, trying to get comfortable in this makeshift chair. You make Big Boss comfy or else. Big Boss flashes his pointed teeth and his rusty toe knife at you, and he swoons dramatically. You're beginning to notice this goblin looks something like Danny DeVito. For best cozy, you get what I say, okay? If you bring me more, maybe I share some. You can be cozy too. Goblins must be cozy. Yes? I tell you what, get. Also, adventurer in town, be careful. Very dangerous. You take Goblins for help. And the Big Boss gestures at the clutter of random things around him, and he begins to list to you his list of dream things for you to steal from this village. Now,
Is there any snickety snacks on there?
Snickety snacks? Corey, it's funny you mentioned that, because in his dream list, I believe it's right here. Oh, so what actually I'm going to need you fellas to do is you're going to have to make some rolls for me. I'm going to need 3 D20 rolls to see exactly what his little cozies are that you're going to have to grab.
3 D20s. You got it.
Just in total. So that was all of them.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Just take my first one then. Take the 6. Let Corey
roll it. Let's go. It's all good.
All right. 6, 2, and 8.
6, 2, and an 8. A 6. So in total, Big Boss begins to list to you that he wants 2 blankets, 4 pillows, some chocolate, a new stuffed toy, and then with your rolls, a 6, a bathrobe, a 2 extra pillows, and an 8. Big kettle. You know what, guys? Instead of 2 extra pillows, that's boring. We already have 4 pillows. Let's do Corey. Give me a D20 roll. Oh my God! Another set of pillows.
Dude, this guy loves pillows.
No pillows.
News,
Corey, give us another one.
For him though, those aren't pillows.
3
snickety snacks.
Snickety snacks.
That's crazy.
4 rolls to get there.
Oh, okay. So guys, I believe I'm going to give you the ability to edit this. If one of you can just make sure, I think you can edit this sheet now, or you can keep track of this however you want. But I need you guys to keep track of the special cozies that you guys are grabbing. All right. And so be sure that's your list of things you want. What's up?
What did you need us to do?
I got it.
Okay.
We got to know what he wants, and we got to keep track of what we get.
Yes.
All right. So when he rattles off this this list, I think Worm steps before him, holding his book and with his other hand sort of behind his back, very much like a cheerleader sort of posing with his chest up. And I think he says, bowing and bringing his hand before him, he says, "Yes, my cozy commander. Yes, my slovenly sovereign. Yes, my luscious lord. We shall provide you with these goodies and comforts and snickety snacks."
Yes.
Perhaps you could tell us more of this adventurer, this soggy sellsword, this pathetic poultry police popo.
Yes, I tell you everything you need to know. Good thinking, this one. Adventurer. He's big, tall, human.
When he says human, Worm makes an absolute face of disgust.
Yes, big, tall, human.
Is human taller than Chunks?
Oh, big, tall, human.
That's all. That's pretty much like all he's giving you guys. Like,
Got it.
All these humans, they're big and tall, and I don't know, dude. Big, tall human.
So Worm rolls his eyes, but trying to hide it, but not doing a good job. And he looks over to Chunks, and he says, "Yes, my fatty friend, let us go and provide our luscious lord with what he needs."
But wait, there's more. Because you guys can't go alone. Just 2-3 goblins? No chance. Gonna need some goblins for help.
And he gestures to these items. And now I'm going to need you guys to make each one of you guys is going to make a D12 roll. And he's going to give you a little special, maybe it's junk, maybe it's something cool. Who knows what's going on in this pile of stuff?
Who knows?
What did you guys roll?
I rolled a 10.
And I rolled a 9.
Okay. So this is what we get. A 9. Nap dust. Actually, Dennis, why don't you read that?
It's not. Hold on. There we go. Nap dust. 1 use. As an action, you can throw this dust in a 15-foot cone. You and the creatures in the cone must succeed. Oh, me too. A DC 12 Constitution saving throw, or fall asleep for 10 minutes, or until woken as an action. Wow, that affects me too. Good to know.
I didn't realize that either. And Chunks, what do you got?
All right. Dramatico Exito. As an action, you make this gnomish goblin explode, filling a 15-foot radius around you with thick smoke and ball bearings. Creatures in the radius are blinded, and anyone entering or starting their turn must succeed a DC 10 dexterity save or falls prone. That's kind of cool.
Beautiful. So take
like
note
that.
of those guys. And finally, has chat given any suggestions about which goblin companion to use?
It looked like a sweet Babbo Sneeko off. I don't know who came out on top. Might need chat to help us again. There's more Sneeko.
Sneeko. I'm seeing Sneeko, Sweet Babbo. All right, I think I'm seeing Babbo. I think.
Wow. What's up,
I think
Shadow
I'm
Man?
Sneeko
I'm
comes
seeing
in.
3 for Sneeko. I'm seeing 3 for Sneeko. 4 Sneeko. All right, we're going Sneeko. We're going Sneeko.
Wow. The
So
edge
I'll roll a
lord's here.
I'll roll a D12 for Sneeko here. And Sneeko gets his D12. And what did Sneeko roll? Wow, so many 2s today. And now the Goblins list. Sneeko gets a brass ear horn. If you place the ear horn against a wall and succeed on a DC 10 wisdom perception check, you can hear through that wall.
That seems a very Sneeko sort of tool.
I was thinking the one Corey got seemed very Sneeko.
Douche.
So chat, feel free to kind of recommend Sneeko. What's Sneeko up to, chat? That's for you to decide. It's for also, if you guys have any recommendations, feel free to speak up if you feel like Sneeko's up to something. We all know what Sneeko's about. Little emo, little edgy, little bit of I'm Sneeko.
And we all know that Sneeko's down.
We all know Sneeko's down. Yes, exactly. He speaks in Fall Out Boy lyrics. Exactly. You get it. We should just get Nate in here and play Sneeko. All right. And with that, boys, the big boss is ready to kind of send you out. You got your gubbins, you got your information, you got you got what you got to do. So standing out in the shelter of Big Boss's cave, you look out into the piercingly cold snow and begin to shiver. Oh, to be buried in pillows before a roasting fire. You glance at each other hesitantly, then tighten your grasp on your gubbin and step bravely into the chill wind. Cold. Gah. And you guys begin to make your way. We got Worm, Chunks, and Sneeko.
So as we begin to make our way, Worm turns to the group and he says, "Listen here, you fools! You fools! We must prepare to overthrow this paltry patriarch. But first, I have a plan for this." And the camera sort of fades. And we don't know what happens until we see them again as we pick up wherever.
Whoa.
I have a plan for this.
I have a plan for this, which that is one of his like special moves, right?
It is.
I feel like this music would be playing when he's explaining that. Wait a minute, guys. Let's talk about our plan. This is the plan of Worm, and we'll talk about our plan. All right. So, as Worm plans in the sort of darkness of off-screen content, our characters begin to wander and move. I keep looking up to see like your faces, and then I remember you're also wearing the goblin masks.
Mask? What are you talking about?
Wait, I don't know what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
So you scrabble.
Those smell terrible, and it pushes my eyelashes in. But
I'm worried about you. Mine doesn't smell bad.
really,
Yeah.
I'm getting very dizzy. No, I'm just kidding.
Yours doesn't smell like bleach and
Doesn't taste like pancake batter. All right, where are we? Let's do this.
okay. So we're actually not quite here yet, but roughly this is you scrabble your way. Okay, and with that, actually, you know what? We got to make a couple more rolls. Now, guys, you have to tell me what the weather is like. I want you guys to roll some D4s, and we're going to figure out what the weather is like right now.
All right.
Oh,
D4 incoming. A 4 and a 1.
What I wanted to do, I want this to match. So we'll do another round. Give me
All right, let's do
D4s.
it. I rolled a 1 again. Huzzah! 1!
Okay, a 1. Actually, that's exactly the best thing you guys could have rolled. Now, let me show you what a 1 means.
I had a plan for this.
A 1 means it is basically a sort of a mild winter out there.
That makes sense.
And the other thing is, so a 1 is it's pretty clear out. It's still cold, so you guys are going to have a pretty. You're gonna have to make a cold check if you're spending long periods of time outside. But it will be an easier one than if it was a full-blown blizzard outside. And the other thing I need for you guys is to roll another D4. This is going to tell me a little something special about the adventurer's pursuit level. Basically, this one you want to roll high. Okay, that was right in the middle. So a 4. Good to know. Good to know. So that means it's a 6. Okay, so that is great to know. And now with that, we've made all of our early game rolls, and we are ready, I think, to introduce the hourglass.
whoa.
6.
Show everybody that bad boy.
So this here is our hourglass. This adventure is unique in that it is using real life time to track how long our adventure is. Once 2 hours have passed, the sun will be coming up. These goblins don't want to be in Little Timber Sprout when the sun is coming up and the townspeople are out and about. So once this passes, once all the sand is at the bottom once, we'll take our break. And after another 60 minutes, the sun will be up and these goblins better be home or else they might be in trouble. So I'm going to flip this bad boy right now. and our adventure begins.
As the humans say, let's effing go!
He's gone full goblin mode. Oh no. So with that, you guys have made a decent little trek into town. You scrabble your way over another icy ridge and spot it. Timber sprouts. The pointed houses here look a bit like bitey teeth against the snow, but the rising chimney smoke and the glow of soft yellow light tells you there's a warmth and comfort there. There's certainly good cozies for you to steal here. Together, you begin to creep closer through the night. And why don't we make our first roll? Because you guys have been traveling through this cold a while. I need to know, how are you dealing with this cold? Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Bossed it.
I didn't see who rolled that. I don't know why.
That's me, bro.
Huh.
That's Worm. What's up, big Worm?
And
dude, just so you know,
Ooh.
chat is all over Sneeko.
Oh yeah, and then Sneeko. Sneeko's hiding in the back. So Sneeko hiding in the back. He's still got to make that con save. Let's check what Sneeko got. He bossed it. So Chunks, even with that protective layer of warmth, tell me what's it like? How's the cold getting to you, buddy? What's up? Why are you struggling so much?
Chunks.
Yeah.
The cold is starting to hit Chunks a little bit because it's been about 2 hours since he ate last, and he's got to eat a little bit to keep his insulation in, help him regain some of his body warmth. And he looks at Worm and he says, Chunks needs snickety snacks, and Goblin Leader needs snickety snacks. Let's find some snickety snacks in this house.
Okay.
Chunks, you bloviating buxom buffoon! Your belly will be the doom of us. Come, you fools, let us find a home.
With that, Chunks, you have now 1 level of exhaustion dealing with this cold. Now, if we were playing typical rules, exhaustion would be brutal in this 2-hour period with no resting. So instead of waiting a long rest to recover exhaustion, you get a little bit of exhaustion back if you just spend 10 real life minutes indoors. So be sure to keep that in mind. You're going to want to find some warmth there, Chunks, if you want to deal with this exhaustion. But for now, I want you to
we're trying to go inside anyway. So
yep,
we're trying to be up in this piece.
I'm just letting you know how that works. Watch that.
We're out here living the life, man.
Also, yeah. We should mention to chat, as Corey brought that up. If goblins eat a little bit, they're gonna heal a little bit, and Chunks does have a little bit of something stuffed into his pocket from last time. All 3 of these guys got a little bit of food, but it's not much at all, but maybe 1 serving. So guys, once you look out into town, you're sort of not quite in town yet. I would say you're like looking down like a ridge. When you look down, you see mostly it's sort of like a housing section, maybe like a little bit over a dozen houses or so. And then you see like a stable, like some sort of a farm type deal. And then you also see what looks like pretty large, 1 large building that's probably like an inn or something. And then, you got a general store, but mostly houses here. And then you got some other things like that. But what do you guys feel? And you're going to look for head to the neighborhood, or are we gonna go to the store first? What are we feeling?
Chunks knows one thing about humans. Humans with buildings with beers on the sign. That is good sign of snickety snacks.
Chunks, you plump pontificating poop. That is the most brilliant thing you've ever said. Let us proceed.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
And I think that's where we're off to. And I think Worm looks around and doesn't see Sneeko anywhere, and he says, "I assume you are with us, you sneaking sellsword. Now let us proceed."
And with that, you actually notice Sneeko is already kind of he's kind of hiding and like pressing against a building. And you guys notice it probably is wise to be a little stealthy here. I mean, there's not tons of people. It is nighttime, obviously, but it's also probably not a great idea to be causing tons of attention. So
It's
tell
cold.
me about like what
in the darkness, and there's nobody about, right?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
We don't see anybody like walking around.
No, not right now.
Okay.
It's pretty dark. A couple lights on here and there. You guys
I
are
feel like we're trying to be there sneakily. I feel like we're trying to be as quiet as possible getting to the end.
yeah. So why doesn't everyone give me like a stealth check as we kind of make our way to the inn, if that's what we're headed to?
Yeah, I think as we're sneaking along, I think Worm is using mold earth. He's and he is covering their tracks.
Interesting. Can you tell me about mold earth? How's that work? Is that just an instant thing?
Yeah, so it's a cantrip, and he can choose a portion of dirt or stone. So depending on what either the cobblestone or the dirt is like, he can manipulate it in one of the following ways. He can either target loose earth and instantaneously evacuate it, move it, deposit it up to 5 feet away. Doesn't cause any damage, but he can also cause shapes, colors, or both to appear in the dirt or stone, spelling out words, creating images, or shaping patterns. So I think the way he's going to use it is take patterns as he goes along. Now, if he casts the spell multiple times, you can have no more than 2 of its instantaneous effects active at any one time. So I think like he's just doing it every 10 feet. So 5
so he's
feet,
sort of
5
just
feet,
he's sort of
Yeah,
just magically
spamming it.
covering his tracks.
as best as possible.
Excellent. I like that. You know, how about this? This is a little unconventional. Can you give me an Arcana check?
Sure
We'll see
can.
how how proficiently you're doing this. Okay, cool. We'll say with that, yeah, Worm is able to kind of do this. And with that, you're actually able to, you wouldn't know this obviously like in-game mechanics, but what you just did was you reduced the pursuit level of the adventurer. So the adventurer seems
Just as I planned, you boob.
you're throwing him off the scent a little bit, whoever they may be. But you guys all boss the stealth checks, right? Everyone made one, yes?
Yes. Do you want
Wait, I don't think you made
Maybe
one.
even with -1.
Worm did not make one.
I did not. I thought my Arcana was, so apologies. There's my 8. He's too busy. He's too busy working his magic, literally.
All right. Well, let's say with the 2 others kind of making up the slack, and this was a pretty low DC. Though it is clear out, so it's you guys are also the weather's not as bad, but also it's a little bit easier to see you guys if you're up to shenanigans. So keep that in mind. But you guys are able to sort of stealthily make your way to the inn, which is known as. Let me pull this up. It is known as the Hooting Owlbear Inn, and
that's a great name.
I think for obvious reasons. There's a giant owlbear sort of statue chilling on this building, but otherwise it's a pretty sort of simple, exactly what you'd expect from a classic sort of inn. How's the volume? That got a little loud for me. Yeah, this village or this tavern is the village's main social hub. It's a 2-story timber, get it? and flagstone building located in the middle of Timber Sprout. It has a tap room warmed by a large fireplace, and it's decently stocked kitchen and larder and outhouses for 4 guest rooms and on the 2nd floor and an owner's bedroom. So if actually you can kind of look on the map a little bit here. Oh, I got to move myself over. So like this is like the fireplace. Is that working? Yep. And like the stairs are like up to the 2nd floor up here. And like these would be like the bedrooms. And this is sort of like the tap room. So you guys pull up. Tell me what's your approach? You guys stealth this pretty well. Like, are you coming up from the back? Where are you guys coming up? I'll let you decide.
So
I feel like would
go ahead.
Sneeko be leading the charge on this one?
Yeah, but I
he's
think
the sneaky one, right? I'm just the
yeah,
brain.
But
I'm actually the
but
muscle, not the brains.
yeah, you're the muscle. I think we need to pick an entry point. Does it appear that there's anyone actively awake in the inn right now?
Oh yeah, I mean of the places in this town, like this seems like it might be the most bumping place in this whole town. That actually reminds me, I do have to roll for some things, but yes, there's definitely people
All right.
here.
So, I think there are two approaches. We either sneak in and steal what we can. Simple. Or, my friends, we do 3 goblins in a coat.
Oh, shit.
Is that going to get Chunks snickety snacks quicker?
Indeed, my rotund friend.
I didn't
You will,
bring the
you will of
extra
course,
large
you will of
jacket,
course
though.
be the legs of 3 goblins in a coat.
But Chunks forgot the jacket.
You fool! Sneeko, perhaps you can procure us a coat. And yeah, I think we can use his horn to sort of listen in and see what's going on. See if we can maybe sneak in and get ourselves a coat.
That's a great idea. I love that. So like what's the plan? Like where do you want him to kind of use the horn and
well, I think maybe near like if it's a tavern, people are, or an inn, people are probably leaving their coats either near the front or there'll be like a coat rack near the tables. We got to ascertain that. I think if Sneeko can get us a big, long coat, we could pull this off. I think we got this.
With that, it sounds like we need some heisting music.
Yeah.
So that's what we're getting into now. So Sneeko is going to try to make a little stealth check and make his way in for the coats, huh?
Doesn't he have any special? Doesn't he have any special stealthing powers?
Let me link. Actually, I don't think I have that. Sneeko's stealthing powers. Yeah, I'm sure he's got great stealth. I mean, player cards.
Here, you got to open.
He's the sneakiest of the bunch with a +5 to his stealth. He also, that's about it though. He doesn't have any sort of unique stealthy things. +5 is good though.
Yeah, it is. Let's do this.
Cool. I love that. So tell me what it's like. So Sneeko's gonna go up to the front door basically and try to
grab a jacket off the coat rack in the front.
Something long enough to cover the 3 of us.
Yeah, so he's going to try to sneak his way through the front door, or are we talking about like we're looking for a back door? Are you thinking?
I think the jackets though would be closer to the front, even though I hate the idea of going through the front door. I don't think goblins are seeing it that way.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think Sneeko looks at you guys and like sees your pink bathrobe, and he sees Chunks going all shirtless, and Sneeko's already dressed in all black. And he looks over at you guys and he says, I'll stop wearing black when they make a darker color. And you see him just drift into the shadows and head towards the front door. One of you guys, do you want to make the Sneeko stealth check for me?
I have it open already. I got you.
Do it, bro.
Okay. Wait, was that he gets a +5?
So that's a 16.
Yeah, only showing is +3 on mine for some reason.
Did you roll Sneeko or are you rolling you?
Yeah, I went in Sneeko.
Oh, I don't think I actually like made his character. That's why.
Oh, that's
so that's a 13.
I'll just roll a d20 and we'll add +5 to it.
It's the same thing. 13. We rolled a 13 both times.
There you go.
Cool. With a 13, that's actually sufficient. Just so you guys know, I mean, it's kind of cool. I think each building here has its own sort of unique defense DC that I'm rolling. So every time you're trying something, I'm like making a little bit of behind the scenes rolls to kind of
Interesting.
see how you're doing.
I like it.
That's cool.
So with that, Sneeko is actually able to kind of slip in. He times it. He sees this man with a big long mustache walking in with a fine woman in his arm, and they kind of stroll in all lackadaisical, like ready to get their drink on. And Sneeko strategically waits for his timing. He waits for them to come in and people to sort of see them. This man gives away his coat, and Sneeko's watching it all from the shadows. He slips his way in, and I think while this guy's going to like give his coat, Sneeko sneaks into the closet over here, and then when the employee goes to kind of put the jacket into the closet, he hangs it right on Sneeko's head there. And Sneeko's instantly covered in a nice big long jacket.
Amazing.
And now he's got to wait for his time. He's got to buy his time to get out. But what are you guys doing as Sneeko's kind of working his way in there, working his magic?
Yeah,
So,
I think
Worm, you're the legs? No, I'm the head.
listen, you large lame head, you will be the legs, for you are thick.
But if Chunks is legs, Chunks can't eat with mouth.
Listen, you abominous dote, you can eat with your mouth whether you are the legs, the belly, or the head. You fool!
But Worm,
Now-
that breaks Chunks' cover.
So I think Worm just puts his hands up, like to silence him, and like rubs on the window, the condensation away, like and looks in to see what's going on inside.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Word. Yeah, I imagine
Yeah, so-
as he's trying to look in, I think Chunks climbs up on his back.
Yeah,
Like-
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, Chunks is trying to climb on.
Yeah, it's also like super like foggy out there. But while you guys are trying to, like, you're like almost fighting over looking in the window, behind you guys, someone taps you on the shoulder.
Ah!
He says, "I threw caution to the wind, but luckily I have a lousy arm." And when you turn around, you see a Sneeko with a jacket that's almost like three lengths too big. It's dragging almost like multiple squares behind him here. And yeah, you now have one Sneeko with a large duster almost.
Well done, my sneaking friend. Now, hop up. And he points to Chunks.
So you want me as the middle of the human goblin centipede?
That way you will be the arms. You have the sneakiest, quickest hands.
Oh, when you put it that way, I do have great dexterity. So this is the formation here of the goblin. The goblin.
It is. It is.
In the trench coat.
It is.
All right. I love it,
I was
guys.
in a trench coat. I want
Um,
inspiration for going full goblin.
All right. Yeah. Everyone gets inspiration. Sneeko gets inspiration primarily from Nate Heath feeding me every line that he said so far.
Just keep it going, Nate.
And we now have 3 goblins in a trench coat. I don't know. What do you guys think? I almost feel like we should probably roll like a performance check. I'll roll another. Yeah, I like this.
You want a performance roll from all of us?
All 3 of us. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna cash in that inspiration right now.
Oh, I know. I want it to work so bad.
Yeah. Roll that inspiration then.
Oh my god. All right.
Oh, dude,
fine.
they all
This is
rolled
fine.
terrible.
This is fine. Everything's fine. The legs are solid.
All right.
Legs
I
are
actually
solid.
love that. So that actually is what happens. The legs are solid. You know what? Actually, now that I'm thinking about this isn't totally performance out of everyone. It's almost a strength check from Chunks. Maybe I'll have you guys re-roll this once we're starting to get like fatigued and see how we're going. But as of right now, we have Chunks sort of stable at. You have a stable base, but the arms are like. It's what you'd expect. You're 3 goblins in a trench coat, and you're moving all crazy. Like it's kind of wild.
Like Chunks can support and like walk just fine, but there's a bend and sway, almost like a wacky inflatable arm tube, man, to you guys, almost on that top half.
All right. And with that, where does Chunks take the 3 goblins in a trench coat?
Immediately walks into the wall because he can't see, like right as he tries to walk in through the front door. Oh, excuse me, sir. And he starts to walk through the door, and he's going to walk towards wherever he can smell the food, wherever he can smell the.
So you're actually stopped by the guy who takes the jackets, and he sees you guys, and he says, "Oh, gentlemen, interesting new face around here. Come for the Yuletide season? Let me take your jacket. Stay a while."
Now, actually, I'll be keeping my very human jacket, for my frail humanity is cold.
Yes, it is a chilly one out there.
In fact, if you have 2 blankets, it would be much appreciated.
Oh, well, if you're looking... Oh, sorry, what?
And I'm Worm is stomping with his foot on Chunk's head to try to shut him up. And he and I imagine Sneeko like rubs his belly like, like we got the gurgles.
I love that. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I mean you do look very green.
Yes. Not feeling all that well. Perhaps some blankets and even pillows would be most helpful.
Well, unfortunately, all our rooms are booked for the night. I could definitely spare you at least 1 blanket and perhaps a pillow. It's sort of a strange request for the tap room, but I mean, please help yourself. I'll see what I can muster up. Maybe take a table, have a drink, see the bartender. Do as you please, or you can maybe rest by the fire. Again, you're not looking so well.
No, I will help ourselves to some snickety snacks.
Okay. We call them hors d'oeuvres, but sure thing. Let me go check on that blanket for you, buddy. All right. Yeah, you guys have free room of the of the inn here.
Yeah.
The Hooting Owl Bear. What's the plan?
Sneeko peeks out from the trench coat, looking around. What do we see?
Basically, in here we see it's a pretty bumping ballroom. I just rolled for it, and it's pretty bumping in here. We have 6 various humans, one of which being the man who just walked in without his jacket. He might be a little skeptical, wondering where his jacket is, and his girlfriend. We have 4 other patrons. We have sort of like a bartending situation over here in a kitchen. And then we have sort of a nice little like resting area over here.
Chunks, you're the legs. Where are we going, Chunks? Worm does not have control.
Suddenly, the goblin head of Chunks, his thick head, pops out of the very bottom of the trench coat. And with his long hook nose, he starts pulling and walking towards the kitchen. Chunks goes to where the food is.
So you start making your way, and people start to look at you. What is Worm doing as you guys are kind of walking this way, and you're all wobbling, and you're 3 goblins in a trench coat?
Yeah. So I think it totally is like one of those giant inflatable things, like Corey described. I think we're totally swaying and moving the whole time, like constantly checking our balance.
What's Worm doing as like these patrons are giving you like a side eye?
He's totally like I think at one point he even takes his hand out and like tips a cap he doesn't have and then puts his hand back in. I think he's smiling and trying to, play it cool.
All the while,
yeah.
Chunks
But he
is trying to
smiles like
navigate
he
this
smiles like
blindfolded, and he
he
just hit
smiles
his
like Ron
foot on.
DeSantis. Sorry.
And Chunks is just walking into tables. He's slamming his foot on like chairs as he's walking through.
I love
I'm
that.
human.
And with that, you guys make your way to the we'll say like you're at it's like a bar. Well, it's a bar type situation. And yeah, you guys pull up. I mean, this might be nice. You can lean on something. I think Sneeko does indeed put his hands sort of on the counter to try to help lean and take some weight off you a little bit, Chunks. But the bartender greets you guys and he's like, "Oh boy, you need some ibuprofen? You're not looking so great. How about some chicken soup? What do you guys have tonight?" I mean, you.
I think I will be having 3 of your best snickety snacks and some chocolate.
Ask about the soup.
And the soup.
And the soup, huh? So you're looking for some snickety snacks.
Your fine human people food snickety snacks.
Do you mean like pigs in a blanket, or are we talking more like a little muffin or something?
Yes, we will have your bovines in a blanket. Speaking of
Oh.
blankets.
Okay. And you got money to pay for this, right?
Of course.
Oh, of course.
I am a very wealthy human.
Oh, well, in that case, yes, I'll see what I can whip up for you. So, what about in the meantime? Any drinks or anything? So, we're gonna get you the soup. We're gonna get you some snickety snacks. Any drinks?
Soup, please.
What?
Three of your finest drinks.
3? You're gonna have all 3 at once? Okay,
I'm
I
quite
like the way you
thirsty.
party, Mister.
I'm quite thirsty.
Okay, we're thinking like a sake, or we're thinking more of like a. What are we thinking?
Whatever you think would make someone who is pontificating as much as I am and parched feel much more at ease.
You know what you need? I'm gonna get you a nice one. We'll get you 1 big cup of hot chocolate, and how
When he
about
says chocolate, Worm's eyes get really big.
oh yeah, you like that? That's great stuff here. We use the trick is shaken, never stirred. Learned that
Where's
one
that
from
too,
Tim
bro?
Allen. What'd you say?
Make it 2.
Oh.
2 hot chocolate, please.
Yes, 2! And
he's-
You just keep stomping on Chunk's head.
He's turned around when you said that, and he's like, 2? Okay, we'll make it 2. And he's like cleaning a glass, and he's like, all right, so we're gonna do 2 hot chocolates and a soup and a couple of snickety snacks. I like these guys.
At least a few.
3
Now-
soup, you said. I said.
Are there any like bowls of pretzels or like things for the patrons just to snack on?
Okay, so this is actually another cool mechanic of this adventure. We use a percentage based, like things are up to chance. So why don't you give me a D100 roll? And
Go ahead, Corey.
Whoa.
Nice.
Oh.
So what are
Gotta
we
be
looking
good.
for?
Snack.
Oh,
You got, like,
wow.
pretzels or like peanuts or.
Yeah. Basically, since it was food related and we're in the this dining establishment, you actually had a pretty good chance of finding it, and you killed it. So yeah, our pretzels are here, and a couple peanuts. It's basically on every table. There's like a little bit of like something like that.
So I think while we're waiting, I think Sneeko should be trying to put as much of this stuff in our pockets as possible.
All right. Let's make a Sneeko sleight of hand check to see sort of what he's able to grab as we're kind of going through here. 7's not great. What do you guys think? Should
Does Sneeko have inspiration?
I was gonna say he does. From our boy Nate earlier.
I think I'm all about using that inspiration. We don't have anything, and we're like a half an hour into our hour. Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go.
We gotta snag some stuff.
Yep. So yeah, he let me see here. Actually, he could say plus
5.
Yeah, so let me grab again.
Come on, baby. Big bucks, no whammies.
Yeah.
Dirty 20, son.
All right, cool. With that, I think Sneeko grabs 2 snickety snacks of your choice. Actually, how many did you guys need? You guys needed 4 total.
We need 3 snickety snacks.
3 snickety. Well, all right.
And chocolate is a separate thing.
Yeah. With the dirty 20, he's grabbed 3 snickety snacks for you. We'll say that. And
I think it's 2 because I think Chunks
Definitely eats one. When he starts putting like these pretzels in, you see one like arm come out the very lower part where the legs are. It just grabs pretzels off the table and sucks it back into the coat.
Excellent.
Just crunching on them.
So as you guys are kind of wandering through here, all right, so how about this? Now that we've kind of been here and you guys are grabbing some stuff, let's give me a little bit of a recheck for Chunks. How's Chunks doing? Give me like a strength roll or something like that for Chunks. Also, do you get anything special for eating food? Aren't you like something? Is there anything unique or no?
Food. I can use my fingernails as Steve's tools. I just have advantage on that.
Basically,
sweet though, I get haste.
Oh, okay. So
I have
we'll say
saves against cold and having his feelings hurt. So I got that for me.
Oh yeah, and by the way, also
Athletics
your exhaustion just went down. Yeah, give me some sort of athletics check or some sort of strength. Boom, you killed it. And we already just checked how Sneeko's been doing with the sleight of hand. Worm, why don't you give me some kind of check, whatever you feel, as far as like how you're navigating the almost social aspects.
Yeah. I think he's definitely either performing or I think it's definitely, sadly, it's performance, which is not his specialty.
Whatever. All right.
I'll take that.
Could be worse. So I think with that, people are starting to kind of be very suspicious of you. Maybe you see that old man from earlier kind of eyeballing that coat. Or actually, you know what? We see somebody catches sight of Chunks reaching out and grabbing some pretzels. But it's like a little kid, and he's trying to tell his dad about it, and like the dad's like, "Don't stare at other people." But it's not. Things are getting a little a little hairy over here.
So listen here, my friends. I think our time here may be limited. I have a plan. Let us sit down, and Sneeko, you can remove yourself from the 3 goblins in a coat, and sneak and get us some blankets or pillows from the bedrooms while we entertain the audience.
So I'm thinking if he leaves and we sit, me sitting on Chunk's shoulders won't look all that odd with a person sitting down. And maybe Sneeko can peace out and go get us some stuff.
And we'll meet you around back.
Cool. So with that, we'll say Sneeko departs the center of the centipede, the goblin centipede.
It is definitely a goblin centipede.
And he's going to try to kind of depart to the shadows here again. So we're going to have to make some stealth checks for Sneeko. But in the meantime, a little bit of a lighter goblin centipede is able to kind of get your 2 hot chocolates from your compatriot over here. And he gestures, if you guys are looking to kind of take a load off, over here in this sort of nice little fireplace area might be a nice spot to kind of like rest and wait around. But what do you think? Should we look at the Sneeko and what he's up to?
Yeah, because we got to sit down and not look weird. So we're like, no, sitting here is just fine. And I think
Worm takes one of the hot chocolates and tries to cover it with anything he's got, and he just puts it in his pocket. Like it's gonna spill everywhere. It doesn't matter. He just because that's chocolate. He's got chocolate in his pocket.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we know, like we love chowder, pocket chowder. We're gonna do hot chocolate, pocket chocolate.
There's muffins, or there's like a cupcake in Chunk's pocket somewhere. There's pocket chowder. There's pocket.
Oh, not my cupcakes. What?
But you guys, I'll say you guys take a seat over here by the fireplace, and you actually notice a beautiful, step into this room, a beautiful stuffed owl bear toy just sitting there.
Okay.
But what you also notice is a man in this room kind of chilling. Let's cut to Sneeko. Sneeko, we need heist music for this because it's Sneeko's time. Right now, Sneeko.
It's just so good.
Sneeko is going to make his way upstairs to the guest rooms. He's now sliding across the room, going under these kind of bar seats, stealthily making his way to the stairs. Someone give me a Sneeko stealth check.
Go ahead, Core.
Yep. Got it. D20. Here comes +5, you said?
Oh my God. Sneeko, you're the worst sneaker ever.
Such a bad sneaker.
Sneeko trips going up the stairs. You know what? Instead of just alarming this whole place, we'll actually quickly cut back to you guys. You see right. Sneeko when he trips up the stairs, you actually see a man, a tall human by the fireplace, and he kind of sees you guys enter, and he's like, and he's kind of, he's like in the donned and these crazy gowns. He seems sort of magical, perhaps. And he's just been chilling here, but he hears something at the stairway, and he starts to walk over that way. So he's over here, and he starts to walk over this way, and he kind of looks at you guys a little suspiciously.
I think when he does that, I think Worm, thinking quickly, moves his hand in a very systematic, arcane way, and then he does this with his hand, and as he does this with his hand, you see the stuffed owl bear start to cock back. And then he does this, and the stuffed owl bear is subject to the catapult spell. Whoa. And he shoots it at the back of this guy's head, knowing it won't hurt him, and giving us an opportunity to not only distract him, but also pick up the stuffed owl bear.
Hell yeah! Do you have to roll anything for that, or
to hit him? I do. No, he has to make a dexterity saving throw, or it hits him. Now it's supposed to do damage, but I'm figuring this is it's just
animal, a little stuffed
and
animal.
I'm not trying to hurt him. I'm trying to distract.
This is at disadvantage because he doesn't know what's happening. So I'm rolling two separate d20s. So he rolled a 5 plus whatever his check was. So that actually, just whacks him in the back of the head. And he's got there's a little beautiful little stuffed owl bear that was up on a mantle above this fireplace. It's now whacked him in the back of the head, and he kind of turns around. He's like, "What the heck is going on here?"
That was very rude. Did you see that? And I point over to some guy over near the fireplace or in the corner. I cannot believe that blithering blob would do that to you.
How dare he assault me like that? Here I am, the master of illusions. They call me Sanbalay, and some man over here thinks he could play a little trick on me. I'll show him a thing or two.
And he starts to angrily walk over this way as
as he does that, I think Worm climbs down chunks and reaches for the owl bear and slips it into one of the coat pockets. Sanbalay, master of illusion.
So you now pick up this owl bear, and it's actually like a very beautiful little owl bear. And I'm sorry, you said what? You're just gonna grab the owl bear?
Yeah,
Um,
so now we have chocolate, snacks, and the owl bear. We need those pillows and those blankets. And I think we need to get up out of here.
So with that, you actually see Sneeko begin to head to one of the first guest room up here on the second floor. He tries. Why don't you give me a sleight of hand check? I believe these doors are locked.
By the way, the DM is a hunk. I just want to point
That's
that out.
true. Dennis, you got that sleight of hand?
If you want,
I got it. Kadosh!
Boom.
there you go, Corey. There you go, Corey.
With that, Sneeko uses his fingernails to poke into this lock, and he's able to pop the lock. And when he opens it, he
Pop and
actually
lock?
he sees a human boy sleeping in this bed right here. But he opens the door and he's in there.
How
I'm
many-
Sneeko.
Are there 2 beds in there?
There are, but there's only one boy in here for now.
Well, he doesn't need the boy. He needs 2 blankets and 2 pillows.
True.
Oh, you know what? Socks are key. And underwear. Because that's the only way to get profit.
Imagine too that a nice, like, you can grab socks off a dresser or the floor, but if you got some socks off of a human's foot, think of the warmth, think of the
Yeah.
beautiful smell.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right,
So
let's do
what's
this.
Sneeko do, boys?
So I think Sneeko would raid the first bed and just, roll up, fold up the blanket, grab the pillow,
Okay,
and
so
put
that's
it
one
by
blanket,
the door.
one pillow there.
So now I think he would go full Grinch, like Grinch That Stole Christmas, and like inch the pillow out from under the kid's head, like little bit at a time.
Little bit at a time. Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
All right, I'm gonna roll this one, Corey.
You got it.
+5.
Come on.
Oh, a 23. You're able to slowly pull the pillow out, and the kid's head just gently pops back, and he's still sound asleep.
Sneeko says, "I'm as cool as the other side of the pillow." That's what he says.
Yep.
And now, to prove that, he's slowly going to pull the blanket off.
We're getting close.
Oh, snap, dude.
Ish. He's gonna pull the blanket off. All right, Corey, why don't you give me this sleight of hand check as he tries to
on.
pull the blanket off this kid?
Come on, baby.
Oh! He pulls the blanket off. This kid, for a second, it seems like he wakes up and then he turns over and is just like kind of like hugging himself now. No pillow, no blanket. And you just see him in his little like pajamas and his very warm looking socks.
I think because chat is so awesome, I think Sneeko gathers all the stuff and he wants to go out that window right there. I'm assuming that's a window. But I think he can't help himself. I think he's got to try to get a sock.
Oh, you have to make this roll.
All right. This is for a sock, baby.
For a sock.
17.
Ah!
We'll say here, let me actually I want to roll a new check for
That's
this
fair.
just to make sure.
A post check. Let's do this shit.
Let's do this shit.
Come on.
God, I forget where. All right, here it is. You guys don't see these, right? They're being whispered.
I can't see nothing.
That was only a 9. So with that,
Oh,
the
let's
kid stays
go.
asleep. Sneeko plucks a sock off of this child's foot. What is next, guys?
Well, now that he has his freedom, I think he's got to go out the window and wait
right.
for us. Or does he get greedy, Corey, and try to get? We still need 2 more pillows. I say we get him someplace else.
I feel like if anybody's gonna be greedy, it's gonna be Chunks.
Right.
I feel like we gotta take the one pillow and get out. We got socks. We got a blanket. We got
We
a
got 2
pillow.
blankets, 2 pillows. All right, Sneako's going out the window.
All right. Sneako's going to make his leap out the window. Even if the kid saw him, he ain't catching Sneako. Sneako's in the clear. What are you guys doing? You're in the tap room. You know that there's a certain adventurer that goes by the name of Sanbele nearby, and he's starting to get a little concerned. What's going on in this place? Something's messing with him. He doesn't like it.
Yeah. So I think that's our cue. Now that Sanbele is distracted, I think Worm says to Chunk, who's probably eating, so Worm's loins are crunching. I think he says, listen, you chubby, chanting, chaste, chubby friend of mine, we must escape. Let us go. And I think now we stand up and we're really short.
And the trench coat is like kind of dragging on the floor now.
Yes. And we're leaking hot chocolate out the pocket behind us.
And we're
Also in
definitely
the snow.
bumping into chairs and tables on our way out.
And I think, Chunks, what are you doing on the way out?
Chunks is like hitting the tables by accident because he can't see it. He like kind of walks into a wall.
And I imagine that makes like food and snacks on the tables kind of move around for him to hear and or see.
And
Hell
Chunks
yeah.
is all doing this while still eating the pretzels too.
All right.
Save
So
any pretzels for Big Boss?
we're trying to head out of this place quickly.
Excellent.
I don't know how quickly Chunks can move, but we're doing it.
You guys run out of here about 2.5 feet shorter than you were before. The guy who was greeting you at the door doesn't seem to be there. And as you guys kind of walk out the front door, you guys are in such a hurry. Indeed, it seems like all this hot chocolate you had in your pockets is almost creating the same sort of marks that looks like was created by a wheel. Dude, that was a lot of that. This point was just created by your hot chocolate spilling out of your pockets onto the snow at this point.
That makes sense.
So tell me, guys, now that we're out of here, that was talk about a success. Think about how many crushed pretzels, spilled chocolate, and stinky socks you guys have. That's what I call a massive success in the Goblin.
We got a lot. I mean, what's all that's left is what, pillows?
No, we need because you ate one of the snickety snacks. We need snickety snacks. We need 2 pillows, and then we're pretty much done. But then we need stuff. Anything else we get to keep for ourselves.
Okay. So also, yes, you don't want to just bring the bare minimum. You want to get as much as you can get.
Right.
You want that cave nice and cozy, baby, for all the Gobos.
Now listen here, my corpulent crass friend. I believe the best place to go now would be the town's general store. They will have so much of what we need.
The general store. And with that,
I hope it's one of those corporate stores and not one of those mom and pop shops.
Yes.
Stick it to the man and all.
You guys make your way to the local Target. They've bought out. There used to be a very beautiful general store here, but it's been bought out by Target. And you're gonna head to Target.
Yeah,
I love that.
All right, so we're gonna grab Sneako and head over to the general store. And I think we take the trench coat and we kind of turn it into like a knapsack. You know, like the way you take your gi and you kind of make it like a little knapsack.
That's brilliant. So I like that. I like that a lot. So with that, we make our way to the general store, huh?
Oh snap! What?
So, dude, the chat's on fire. By the way, can I just wait? I'm sorry to interrupt our event. The chat is on freaking fire. This is the strongest chat we've ever had. They're amazing.
DM Hunk, love it. Thanks, guys. I love that's what I like to read when I look at the chat.
And solid advice that Big Boss can't count to 4. Solid.
That's the type of thinking you need to have while playing this adventure.
Got mind control.
You need the type of thinking. Hey, how is hot chocolate going to come home in my pocket? it just does. You're a goblin.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do if we don't get? Dude, Big Boss probably can't even count to 4. He just said 4. He doesn't even know what that means. You
Exactly.
guys are goblins. Who knows? Who knows what's happening here? So with that, you know what? This was a little bit of a trek. A little bit. You're exposed again to the outdoor elements. I think maybe with that hot chocolate kind of spilling on your skin, it was nice for a minute, nice and warm, but with the elements, it's getting a little cold. So why doesn't everyone give me a Constitution saving throw? Chunks, remember you have advantage because this is against the cold.
Oh, yep.
So you killed it. Sneeko is struggling though. He was so used to that duster that he ain't got no duster anymore. It had to be a duster, right?
Yeah.
So let me make my general store rolls here.
Dude, I'm so disappointed I didn't see play This Little Piggy Went to Market earlier. That's totally what we should have done. Damn, inspiration for that guy.
Yeah. Whoever said that, you get inspiration.
I think that's Papa Corey. I think that's Papa Lawson.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
I love
Fasha
that.
Mark.
Fasha Mark.
Right.
I love that.
Let's do this thing. So Sneeko's a little cold, huh?
Yeah, Sneeko's a little cold, dealing with a little bit of exhaustion, but if you guys have made it now to the general store, so at least he has some time to kind of recover a little bit. Do I have an image for you for the general store?
We're on it, aren't we?
Oh, I have another something for you though.
Oh shit.
Just a cute little thingy.
Yeah.
So the general store stocks supplies necessary for workers and traders going to the region. Well, at least it used to until it got bought out by Target. From snowshoes to rations, it's built from lumber with a flat roof where food is laid out to dry in warmer seasons. But yeah, this place. Oh, actually, let me check my rolls here. 50% chance. All right, yeah, this place, it seems to be closed, and you kind of approach from the outside here. What's the plan, everyone?
Yeah,
What's
I think
it look like on the inside? Is there like people walking around in there?
Yeah, go ahead and you're gonna pull up to a window and take a peek in or something.
Yeah.
Word.
Give me a little bit of a perception check. I mean, if you're just we'll see like what you're able to spot.
How we doing on time? We got to be super close. We're
getting close to our break here. So we'll probably take our break right here in the general store, come back, and then we'll be ready for our final half. Yeah,
well,
with the fifth what's up?
No. So I was waiting to hear what we saw.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It doesn't take a great perception check to see that this seems closed. There's no one walking in or out. But yeah, that's about all you see. It's kind of dark in there. You guys do have dark vision, but it's kind of just like dark in there. There's items of all kinds.
Is there a back door to this place?
Yeah, we can go check. Definitely, for sure. Want to go look?
Yeah, well, let's definitely go around the back.
Certainly. Is that cat about?
So you haven't seen it, but there's a good chance.
Because those felines are not to be trusted.
Me and Dennis know that from experience.
Word. Exactly, Ben.
So the three of you, one thing you see is you do see right over here this sled. There's indeed a sled. It's not attached to anything. It's just sort of wheels, like a little bit of like a wagon type deal. Looks like some sort of maybe like a horse could attach to it, and you can kind of pull things. But yeah, there's also like a back door and like a window.
Whoa. Did I understand you right? There's like a wagon here?
Over here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it behind? Oh, I thought it was where we are. Oh, I see.
Well, I think it is. I mean, I was imagining it more in the back, and that's kind of where I'm imagining you guys, but this is like visually by the left. I would think it's in the back.
I got you. So Worm points to the wagon, and he's like, our chariot has arrived. This is how we will get our supplies back to the big boss. Yes, most excellent.
And yeah, I think he then gestures towards the back door and says,
Sneeko, do that thing you do.
let's get in that
And,
back door, son.
Worm, or I'm sorry, Chunks walks over to the wagon, and he grabs the handles to try to pull it towards, like where the window where Sneeko just went in.
Wait, so you're pulling the wagon like over to the window? Is that
Yeah.
what you said? Okay, so you're kind of like helping him boost up into a window to get in here. That's the plan, and you're trying
Yeah,
to
and
get
also
the
just
wagon.
have the wagon close to our escape plan here.
I like that. So yeah, this is a little bit closer to the edge of town, on the south side of town, near the south gate. So that would make sense. It's a nice little escape plan. I like that. The wagon at the ready. Sneeko is going to hop up to the window. You guys maybe give him a little bit of a boost. Why don't we go ahead and sleight of hand check or whatever you think? How is Sneeko getting in this window? I would feel like sleight of hand to try to pop in there.
Yeah, sleight of hand for sure.
Someone give me a roll, baby.
Do it, Corey.
Gotcha. Yeah, Kadosh.
Oh!
Sneeko with ease. Sorry, I'm just reading chat. He with his long fingernails, his pinky sharpened fingernail pops the window open, no problemo, and he hops right in. Are you guys gonna follow him in there?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. And I think
Absolutely.
Chunks grabs Worm by like this like clothes and he like kind of like throws him in the
Unhappy,
window.
you buffoon!
And as Sneeko's kind of giving you guys a hand, he's lifting you in, and he sees this wagon, and he says to you guys, "You know, when I was a young boy, my father took me to a black parade to see a marching band, and they had a wagon just like this one. So this is just triggering a lot of memories. And also, I'm Sneeko." But he helps you guys get in there. You guys all make your way in. And when you walk in here, now that you have a better view of the place, indeed, you do see not only one cat, but you see 1, 2, and 3 cats. It's almost hard to see them as I've hidden them on the map here. But this cat was kind of waiting at the front door for someone to walk in. But it's this cat over here that ends up being the one to kind of turn and see you guys. And it just, as you guys walk in here, through the window, the cat looks up at you and he goes, meow. And our time is up. So that means that it's time for our little break. We're going to take a quick pee break, everyone. Then we have about 1 hour left. And then we're headed right back to the big boss.
Homie, make sure you mute us.
Yep. We will take a quick break. What do you want to call it? You want to call it a 10-minute break?
I was thinking more like 5, but hey.
5. That's fine. I just got to drain my bladder, get a drink.
Word,
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
See everyone in
Start time. We are back.
What?
Dennis, you are muted. I just want to make sure. You see a little. Okay, perfect.
I just want to say
I knew this time.
I checked our donations. We got a late one just now from Tech Games, who's in chat, and they said that they would love to play with us. And I feel like even if I have no idea what exactly the slots are,
I have good and bad news. Here's the good news. Dan and Allie and Barry, pardon me, did donate for 3 spots, but they can't make it. They just wanted to do their normal amazing donation to us. And they said, be sure to make sure 3 more people donate and take those spots.
Excellent. So that's one right there.
News ever.
Yeah, we'll miss them, but we also appreciate Tech Games for donating. I definitely remember that name from last time. I'm not sure who that is off the top of my head, but feel free to like shoot us an Instagram DM to coordinate the 3 lives thing. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with who that is.
Is that as in Mr. Eck of Kaylee Eck? Is that like Mr. Eck of like Kaylee Eck?
I don't know.
I'm wondering if he knows. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
He's a cool dude. His daughter is the reason we have an amazing D&D club at the school. And even though she's busy crushing school and hasn't joined us yet this year, she started this amazing club, and it's bigger and better than ever. She did such a great job, and I'm so proud of her. So thank you, Mr. Eck. Appreciate you.
Dad power.
Come play with us, man. It's fun.
Awesome. We'd love to have you. We appreciate you being in the chat also. Appreciate that. And shout out to Ben, Dad's Rule. I'm only non-dad here on the stream, but
you're a cat dad, son.
She's latching onto her cat tree. I am a cat dad. And what we are doing right now involves cats. So if you guys are ready,
she might want to look away for this part.
Yeah.
All right, you don't want to watch this. So if you guys are ready, I'll flip this hourglass one last time, and we're about halfway to the sun coming up, and we'll see how the rest of our encounter goes. If you guys are ready.
Yeah, before we start, we put it in the chat, but I also just want to say we appreciate everyone who donated and who could spend your night with us tonight, even if you didn't donate. We just appreciate you guys being here to watch. There's no pressure at all to donate, and we just are just so thankful for the people that are in our lives to help us raise, guys, almost $3,300. That's crazy. We couldn't do it without you. So thank you very much. Hope we're putting on an entertaining show. And with that, I'm ready to party.
I'm ready. You're ready. Also, I just wanted to plug while we're here. Corey did an amazing podcast with Betsy from the CUS Foundation. And if you haven't heard that yet, give it a listen, because we talked to her briefly at the beginning of the show, but Corey did a much more in-depth interview, and he did a really amazing job with that interview. So go check that out, the Corey cast on YouTube and whatnot, where you find podcasts.
Thanks for the plug, bro.
Absolutely. But with that, are you guys ready to kind of dive in there?
Yeah.
With that, let's dive right in.
I got these cats on lockdown. Oh, and by the way, I don't know what's crazier, that these folks would give us $3,300 to give to a worthy cause, or they'd watch us play D&D this long. I don't know which crazier. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Now flipped, which means we're back in game. And when we we look in here, we see a general store, guys. I mean, it's what you expect from a fantasy general store setting. Anything you could find in the classic adventurers list of gear, you can find here: shovels, ropes, all that kind of nonsense, simple swords and whatnot. But as I said, there are also 3 cats kind of just in here, just staring at you guys, a little concerned. What are the 3 of you beautiful green goblins going to do?
So I think Worm is concerned about these felines. So I think he says, "Here, kitties, kitties, kitties," and he tries to beckon them.
Meow. Give me a animal handling check.
Well, like you do. Animal handling. I'm on it.
With that, the cat sort of hisses a little bit and he stays right where he is on his little chair back here. He's a little skeptical of you guys. You know how cats can be.
I know exactly how cats can be. All right, so where's the third one?
Yeah, she's over here.
Oh, I see her. She really is hidden. All right, so Worm says to the other two, "Listen, I do not trust these felines. If we can feline them up, I have just what we need."
What?
I'm so scared right now.
What are you gonna give cats?
What all cats want. And he takes out the dust that was given to him by
The bread
Big Boss,
twist side?
and he says, "A cat nap." and he moves so
Amazing.
his 15-foot cone. I'm hoping, I don't see a grid, but I'm thinking I might be able to get these two, and if not, he's going to hold his action and try to have Sneeko or Chunks get these two lined up so he can cat dust them.
What's Chunks up to while you see Worm kind of plotting his whatever he's up to?
Because
I
he
think
has a
that-
plan for this.
As Worm is getting in position, Chunks is kind of walking over to the one that's perched up on the top over there.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Chunks goes, "Here, kitty, kitty," and he pulls a pretzel out of his pocket.
Okay, so I'll say, give me an advantage animal handling check, Chunks.
Wow, you're giving me that at advantage. Okay.
Well, you gave it
It's
a
a
little
pretzel. I mean, come
It's a
on.
pretzel, dude.
Actually, cats. I don't know if my cat would. Okay, you didn't.
Oh!
Yeah, it hisses
That
at you.
checks.
These cats are not into you, and this cat stays. This cat is like up on a ledge. The other ones are kind of ground level. This one's like up, perching at you, and it like really doesn't like you, and it's like angrily doing the angry tail wag.
All right. I didn't want to have to do this. So Worm is going to try to cast color spray. It creates a dazzling array of flashing. Here, I'll put it. It creates a dazzling array of flashing colored light that springs from my hand. And I roll 6d10. And that is how many hit points of creatures that the spell can affect in a 15-foot cone.
Nice.
Originating from my hand. So I think, again, let me see if the ruler will work here.
You can hit
wanna
these
get
two in a cone for sure.
Okay, so I'm going to move up where I can get those two. And I'm going to, like, I imagine he creates color spray in his one hand. He's got the dust in the other. And with the color spray, he's holding the magic for a minute as the colors dance, and he's waiting to see if the cats do the cat thing where they come after the cornucopia of flashing little beams like a laser beam all over the floor, and then he'll unleash it to get as many as he can.
So you definitely can get these two right now. You're hoping to kind of attract the third one.
Yeah, I'm waiting a second to see if I can attract him, as you know, because the lights are dancing around the room. It's a dazzling array of lights.
So I'll roll a d20 here for the
I love
third.
that you have all these cool tricks, and I'm just like, I'm Chunks. Come here, kitty.
Those are the best.
All right. Well, we'll say he failed that then with only an 8, and you get this cat curious a little bit. It wasn't loving Chunks, but it sees something in these lights and it tries to kind of make a dash for it. And yeah, these three cats are in a 15-foot area.
All right, so it's a 43. So it starts with the one with the highest hit points and goes down.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, basically it puts them down. It
doesn't just make them blind or something?
oh, it does.
Color spray or?
Sorry, I apologize. It does blind them. And while they are blind, then I unleash the dust. It's a DC 12 con saving throw, and I have to make it as well, which I think is hilarious. So I'm going to wait until they make theirs, and then I will make mine.
Is Chunks in there too? I feel like Chunks, if you have to make it, Chunks probably has to make it.
Sure. As fuck does. Let's do this. Pardon my French. Let's do it.
Is Chunks French?
Yes.
Wait, so what is the save?
DC 12 con.
10. This doesn't move me, right? This just makes me blind.
No, you're gonna fall asleep is what you're gonna do.
Oh, okay.
2 of the cats actually passed that.
They are the worst. That is the absolute worst. All right,
Damn
here we go.
See it.
All right, I do not fall asleep. I think it's hysterical though that Chunks. I feel like Chunks walks in front of me as I like ninja blow the dust.
Yeah.
And he like eats most of it. Nice, Corey. All right, so what happens?
You tell me. You have 1 sleeping cat and 1 sleeping Chunks, and you have 2 cats now that did not fall asleep, that have now kind of darted. You don't know where they've gone at this point.
All right, quickly, wake up! I'll wake up the fat one. Sneeko, take everything that's not bolted down, load it in the cart.
So I mean, most of the stuff in here is sort of swords and shovels and ropes. Is there anything particular you guys are looking for here?
Well, we need 1 more snickety snack minimum. We need 2 more pillows. So I think
Yep.
I just think anything that, like, what do I see? With a perception check as I walk over and kick Chunks awake.
How about this?
I'm with whoa. Eck is right. I think I'm fixated on the owlbear skin rug.
There.
Like that's what we're taking. And that hat. I want that pink hat. Is that a hat? God, I hope that's a hat.
God, I hope it's a hat. Is that a hat?
It's sort of it's like a hat that's up on a moose. It's like a moose trophy on the wall, and it's sort of like it's like a Santa hat on a moose, basically.
All right. So I think he wakes Chunks up, and before he's even like up, he's like, "You blithering boob! Take the rug. The hat is mine." And I think he begins to climb, trying to get the hat. I think he's all about the hat.
Were there specific things you were looking for though? Don't you still need stuff that or no?
Yeah. But I'm a goblin. I'm a goblin, and
yeah. But I'm saying I'm gonna let each of you kind of. We'll say what is Sneeko looking to grab?
Sneeko's trying to get us the rest of the stuff we need, which is one more snack and 2 more pillows.
All right.
He's on
someone roll me a D100.
Do it, Core.
All right, ready? Here it comes. D100.
Yeah.
Boom. With that, Sneeko is able to kind of find there's a something some sort of a book or something, and this Sneeko is able to grab. He's able to find a pillow that this book is kind of like resting on, and he's able to kind of pull that out. It's meant to be more of a display pillow. One of these ones you don't really want to rest your head on, but hey, to a goblin, that's as cozy as it can get. So Sneeko finds a pillow. You find this beautiful bearskin rug that's very difficult to get the hell out of here. Like, I don't know. That's going to be a tough one. And you also you're able to grab this hat. I mean, you might need some maneuvering. How are you going to grab that? It's kind of a little bit high up there. What's the plan, Worm?
I think what he's going to do is, let me double check here. I think he's going to use, mold earth, and he's going to use it on the stone behind the moose head to like widen it so it falls from its moorings and falls down to him.
I love that. So, yeah, actually, you know what? I'll say that's I like that. Sneeko was able to find a dagger that was resting on like a decorative pillow, and he picks up the dagger and looks at it and puts it in his back pocket, and he says, I'm Sneeko. And then he grabs the pillow because he's like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to grab cozy things. And then
Nice.
your worm
he
is
get
over
any-
there.
Black eyeliner.
Oh, he came with that,
Oh,
Corey. He's got plenty of that. Actually, no, you see this ink jar? He takes some of that and he uses it as mascara.
Nice.
As you mold earth, this hat falls next to the sleeping cat that's fallen asleep on this couch over here. And yeah, you're able to grab the hat. Chunks, why don't you give me some sort of athletics check to see how we're kind of maneuvering this big old rug, how that's going for you.
he's trying to like roll it up and
Yeah,
roll,
you're
like-
not
it's
enjoying
a
the
disaster. I
process.
can't manage to roll it up. Nice.
Well, it's like a fitted sheet, really. It's like, what do you
How do
even?
you fold a fitted sheet, right? How do you
Exactly.
fold an owlbear?
Exactly. It's impossible. It's impossible.
I think you guys are making out well, and you're ready to kind of head to the window. And Chunks is trying to do his part, and he's got like this rug. He's almost wearing it like a costume over himself, and it's like dragging out the back. It's somehow you're able to kind of maneuver this a little bit, but it ain't easy. But you guys are able
real cozy.
Hell yeah.
but you guys are able to kind of, you find it seems like you've grabbed most of the cozy things in here. There's a couple scared cats, but yeah, what are you
Wait,
guys
is
thinking now?
there a bag in here, or
A
like
bag?
a knapsack or
Sure.
something?
Sure, there's like bags.
I throw. Worm throws the sleeping cat in a bag and ties it up and throws it in the cart with everything else.
I love that. Hell yeah, dude. So I hope you have a full list of all your things. Snickety
I
snacks,
do.
pillows. You got your cat now. Mark down
I
one
got-
cat in
got
your
that.
inventory. Santa hat. I love that. So yeah, with that, you guys have a bunch of things. Actually, you know what? With that, Dennis, why don't you go ahead and give us a breakdown of what you have and what you would still love to try to grab?
Yes, thank you,
before heading
Dennis.
back?
So we have 2 snickety snacks. We need one more. We actually need a lot more because I'm sure Chunk's gonna keep eating them. We have an amazing coat that is like a knapsack now. We have lint chocolate, just like at the holidays, but it's in the pocket lint chocolate. We have one owlbear rug, which was brilliant, Mr. X. Score. We have 2 blankets, 3 pillows. So we need one more pillow. We have a little boy's sock. I have an amazing hat that I'm not giving up, and a bearskin rug, and a cat in a bag. Forget a cat and a hat is what I have. Let's do this.
I didn't even think of that.
Oh,
You literally grabbed the cat in the hat.
Oh, wow.
Holy shoot. Oh shoot. I didn't realize that. Cat in the hat.
Wow.
A cat could take a goblin, I think. Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
a great point. That you're lucky you put that one to sleep because you would have gotten some serious.
Oh, don't say that.
trauma.
Whoa. I'm sorry. I'm a little uncomfortable with that verbiage. All right, let's do it.
So with that, you guys are ready to take. I'm sorry, Dennis. That was you needed a pillow. That's what one thing you wanted to grab still,
The
or blankets.
only thing we have left that we need is a pillow.
Maybe
Like
a
that
snickety
was
snack?
and a snickety snack.
Okay.
So I think we got to try to drag this shaggin' wagon now.
Yeah, what's the plan, boys? So we made it out the
I think
window.
we throw all this stuff
Listen,
onto the wagon.
We're
now,
going.
right?
We're going to. Let's go to the stable, the farm. We might even be able to score a horse or a mule or something to drag this cart for us. It might even have been all a part of my plan all along. Let's find out. I don't know.
You mean then Chunks won't have to pull this cart anymore?
Right now, you do, you blithering boob.
I'm tired and I want snickety snacks. Can I have one of ours?
And Worm slaps your hand as you reach for it.
Are they like in the knapsack that's on the
They're in
wagon?
they're in the coat knapsack. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to roll a sleight of hand to try to grab one and eat one.
Hell yeah. Advantage. Not advantage, but you get inspiration.
You want a sleight of hand check? Probably not that good, but he's still hungry. He wants a snickety snack without anybody noticing.
Listen,
Go
ahead.
I mean, Worm, make a perception check.
I think I'm gonna just choose to fail that. I think Worm is too busy calculating his plans.
Sneeko does not worry about what other people are doing. He's doing his own thing, so he's
All
not
right.
even looking at you.
So let's do it.
He's got his
Let's
arms
head over to
crossed.
the stable/farm.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that means we need 2 snickety snacks. Then.
I'm aware. That's cool, bro. That's cool.
So we're gonna head to
And,
the stables, huh?
Yeah, let's do it. And by the way, Worm is totally riding in the wagon like it's a chariot, and he's basically going full Grinch, and he's like whipping Chunk with something like a piece of rope to get him moving.
I told you don't have to hit chunks that hard.
Just a visual, guys.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Here we
We're
go.
still
Here we
doing
go.
good.
Yep, we're doing great.
What do we need more? We need 2 more snickety snacks. What else? A few more pillows?
1 pillow, 2 snickety snacks, and the rest is for us. Let's do this.
Yes.
So with that, you guys end up at the stables. So let me throw you on here. We got
I totally want the pig to drag this cart. Oh
Worm
my god.
and Sneeko.
That would be pretty sick.
Guys, I actually in preparation I listened to a couple live plays of this adventure. Gotta say, they didn't go like this one has gone. The other ones I listened to, they went pretty similarly, and they didn't go like how this one has gone. And I like that a lot.
All right.
So yeah,
Nice thing
we're
about
here.
D&D, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're here at the stables. It's very bright on this map. It's nighttime though. It's not very bright. So just keep that into account. It's very dark here. Let me roll my little DM tool for the stables. Okay. 2 and a 3.
Oh God, is that a mastiff? What is that?
Wow.
Dear Lord.
That's actually exactly. You don't see that just yet. This is this building to the left is sort of like a little house. You presume the humans that tend to this sort of barn and stable likely live there. There's like 1 light on in there, but it seems pretty dark. And inside, when you look over this way into the barn area, it seems to be pretty dimly lit. I have a handout. A little bit of a goblin sneaking into a little stable.
I love it.
The stable's modest, drafty wood structure that's housing some, village beasts. And as you, what's your approach here? There's kind of windows. You gonna look through a window, or are we just hopping in there? What's the approach, boys?
Well, methinks we need to raid the house first. The stable will be our ride home, as you know.
Chunks knows there's better food in the house, like Worm says. Worm, to the house! And he slaps Worm really hard on the back.
Is it a 1-story house?
Yeah, it's just a very small, kind of simple, like farmhouse type deal.
Welcome, this is our farmhouse. All right, I think we need to case the joint.
Hell yeah. So you're going to the house first.
Also,
this is just a great visual for breaking into houses in general.
Yes.
Also, by the way, this was an adventure I found on the DM's Guild, if anyone else is interested in playing, and it was written by someone named Kai Linder, and they did a great job writing it. Very fun, silly, kind of easy to pick up, and check it out. But with that, let's check the house. All right, guys. So you're gonna try to. What's the move to get into this house? What do we think?
I think we sneak into the kitchen, in the back of the house, if that's what that is.
So yeah, you're able to kind of.
You good with that, Chunks?
Think Chunks is. That's the best way.
Word.
Dun dun da 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 dun. So we're headed to the window of the kitchen.
To the window.
What's the plan? How are we getting in here?
A joke. He said the wall earlier. I was waiting for you to say it.
I got it.
So you guys all trying to get through the window, or
I think Sneeko per usual leads the way.
All right, give me a D20 roll for Sneeko. It's gonna be +5.
Go ahead, Core.
Got it.
13. All right, middling.
Meets it, beats it.
Meets
And
it,
with that,
beats it.
Sneeko is able to kind of get that pinky pinky nail in there, pop his lock, and get that window open for you boys. But yeah, you do see there was one light on in here, so you know you got to be a little bit concerned. But the window is definitely open, and he seems to have done it with
All right.
relative quietness.
So Worm says before we go in, he says,
Now listen here. This will be likely our last stop. So take everything you can. We will do something unconventional, and we will split the party. Let us go, take all that we can, and then we will execute my plan.
Does your plan include having the pig pull the cart? Because Chunks is tired.
Shh, perhaps.
Chunks would appreciate it very much. Chunks' back is hurting. I need another snickety snack.
I imagine with that, Sneeko climbs right up his back and into the window.
He climbs up his back, and as he does so, he says, "Let Worm do the planning." And he climbs up his back and hops right inside and does a cool little thing, and he lands with that like action pose when he hops in the house.
Well, I guess I'm not getting that sneakity snack.
With that,
Chunk
Worm
walks
climbs up Chunk and through the window before he can recover.
And then Chunks tries to make his way through the window, but his bug gets stuck a little, so he's got to like shake it to fit him through the window.
Quiet, you fools.
Yeah, I imagine he
Okay.
lands with quite the loud thud.
Yeah, I bet. And as you guys get in here, yeah, you're in the kitchen. So there's sort of, I mean, it's nighttime. It's not like there's full meals prepared out here. I mean, things are kind of put away, but this is just your typical kind of farmer's kitchen. But one thing that seems peculiar is that over on the stove, there's a kettle and it's actually on. So I don't know. It seems like, yeah, a little bit of activity over here.
Mm.
Chunks goes over to it. Does it smell like hot chocolate?
I mean, it just seems like water right now. It's on the stove.
I think
Chunks, who
Worm
knows?
I think Worm sees that and he moves it off of the heat so the kettle doesn't go off.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
why'd you do that? Chunks knows that when it bubbles, it turns into hot chocolate.
Listen, you large lackey. You can eat anything you want as long as you take some stuff too. Empty this kitchen and execute the plan. We meet at the barn.
You don't have to worry about Chunks empty in the kitchen. And he kind of like pats his belly.
Okay. So Chunks is going to make his way, or he's going to kind of try to get the kitchen stuff. What are you guys doing?
Sneeko, you swashbuckling stealth machine sellsword. Now, go to the rooms. We need one more pillow. I will handle the rest. Anything else you take is yours.
Got it. And Sneeko sneaks off. Dun, 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 dun.
Now, something of note, I think Worm brought the cat in the bag with him. And he's wearing the hat.
I love
He's
that.
definitely wearing the hat.
Is
I
the
love
cat
the hat.
inside your hat, upon your head?
No.
You're the cat
but-
in the hat?
I mean, if he'll let me, yes. But
Yeah, there's a cat in the hat for sure. I think that makes a lot of sense. You just put the
Sweet.
cat on your head and put the hat on the head. You got a cat in the hat on the head. I like that. What are you doing,
Yes.
Worm? You're going where?
Worm is going to stealth this way. Oh, why is that not working? This way.
All right.
He's going to go behind Sneeko.
So we'll
And
say, yeah.
he sees another rug that has his interest.
Okay. Sneeko makes his way over here. Chunks, tell me what's going on in the kitchen. What are you looking for? What's the plan?
Chunks is ripping over the cupboards. He's opening up the pantry. He's kind of going through all the food that's in the kitchen. And he's definitely like jamming handfuls of various foods into his mouth. And I don't think he's checking to see what he's eating. He's kind of
Okay.
just popping in his mouth.
So you see you eventually, I mean, you're kind of going through cupboards, and it's like at first you're kind of grabbing like uncooked rice and like putting that in your mouth.
These are bad chips.
Yeah. But eventually, eventually, what you're able to kind of find is it's like over here on a countertop, and it's like inside of like a nice metal tray, and you pull the lid off, and what you see is just a giant chocolatey cake with icing, and it looks like it's maybe like a birthday cake for tomorrow, ready to go.
And the second he pulls the lid off, he just starts drooling, and out of his pocket he pulls out 2 sporks. And he says, Chunks has been waiting for this moment all night. And he just starts going to town on the chocolate cake.
I love I just imagined you just did basically like what Worm does, where he's like, I've planned for this. And you like love the
Yep.
Aha, what I've been waiting for. How about this music, by the way? Talk
Dude,
about high school.
everything's been tight tonight.
So yeah, you go to town, and with Chunk's special ability, you now are in hyperdrive. Chunks, it's like your speed is tripled, quadrupled even. You are shoveling this cake in your mouth at lightning speed. You seem capable of almost anything for a couple seconds at least, until you're a little bit of a sugar crash is probably on the way. But what are you doing while it's like you are in hyperdrive right now, Chunks? Tell me what that's like.
Clean that kitchen out.
I think everybody here has seen the gif of Goku eating rice, right? Like Goku just shoveling rice into his face. I feel like that's the same thing, but with 2 sporks in his hand.
I love that.
Shoveling it into his mouth as like cake is flying all over the place.
I love that. Chunks, you basically are annihilating the cake. What are you doing with your sugar rush time, though? Are you just destroying this cake completely? Are you saving any of it? Are you using the sugar rush to kind of grab other shit? Or are you just eating everything in here?
He is literally eating everything in sight. He crushes the cake. There's no end in sight. He crushes the cake and he moves on to the next item. Right, because I have this spell, Sugar Rush, that basically gives me the effect of haste for 30 seconds after I eat something sweet. And I have resistance on all saves against poison, which is kind of cool. But I don't think I'm trying to take advantage of haste. I think I'm just trying to scarf down as much food as possible.
So
God, I love and hate you.
You're using it to eat more.
I'm
Eat
using
more
it to
better.
consume
I love that.
more food.
That's very goblin-y. Very goblin-y.
I mean, I think you already have inspiration, but you get more inspiration. As Ben said, this is very Matilda-like. You're just sort of your sugar rush is now turning into your like your Achilles heel as you're force feeding yourself all of this chocolate cake. Delicious yet torture at the same time. All right, as this chaos is just playing out, Chunks just annihilating everything in this kitchen. We have a very different scene as Sneeko is really playing into this music. He's sneaking and he's tiptoeing his way into a bedroom that he's found. And again, actually, I don't like how close that is to the kitchen, and I was just kind of picking one where I found a bed. I'm going to go over here. He sneaks his way in. The door is open because who locks a door while you're sleeping? That's insane. And there's a sleeping, likely a farmer. It's the man you saw in that photo earlier, kind of watching by his window. And Sneeko is going to make an attempt for the pillow. I want one of you guys to go ahead and give me a very important sleight of hand check to see if Sneeko is going to wake up this very likely farmer.
That's you, Dennis.
All right. Does Sneeko have any special abilities that we're not taking advantage of?
I think
Sneeko.
his special sneaking powers is pretty much it, right?
Well, he's got it. Hold on. Sorry, this is too important a moment.
He knows vicious mockery.
Okay.
He can't see further than 30 feet. He really doesn't have anything crazy like you guys
All right.
do, honestly.
All right, I'm making a roll then. Cross your fingers, Core.
Oh, I'm
Come on,
sorry.
baby.
He adds +2 when making checks to open things with their fingernails. So is that on top of the sleight of hand? Oh, I didn't
I would
realize
think
that. Okay,
That's all right,
okay.
dude. All right, he
Yeah.
still rolled hot.
Okay, yeah. With that, so yeah, I think with that he's able to kind of pull the pillow out, and he kind of catches the farmer's head, and he gently rests it back down on the bed, and he's got one pillow and arm. Would you like Sneeko to make another attempt, or are you good with just one pillow, you think?
Well, I would like him to stop, but I think Sneeko sees one of the farmer's feet sticking out, and he's got to complete his sock collection, I think.
He's gonna steal a sock.
He's on his way out with the pillow in hand, and he sees the farmer kind of toss and turn to the side, and he sees his foot peek out, and he's wearing a sock, and Sneeko turns around, and it catches his eye through his long fringe, and he turns around, and he takes a step back. All right, Corey, why don't you give me a sleight of hand check for Sneeko to see if he can pull off this sock?
Oh, that's a dirty 20, son.
That's a dirty 20. And if you're doing it with your fingernails, perhaps even a 22, he peels this sock off. This is a stinky, sweaty, smelly sock. The little boys, it was like a little Batman sock. There's nothing going on there.
Wait, hold on. Can I try something really quick?
Yeah, for sure.
Gotta catch 'em all, get the socks. Yeah, that actually worked.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
That worked.
But this sock came off of the foot of a hardworking, salt of the earth farmer that's been out there sweating. So there's a stink on this thing. Sneeko releases maybe the first smirk of the night as he makes his exit, and he looks over at you, Worm, with just a smirk on his face.
And I think
Worm, what are you doing?
Worm is like, excellent. I think Worm sort of gestures for Sneeko to keep going. And I think Worm moves. First of all, is there anything on this table?
What are you looking for? What are you thinking?
Well, this is a farmer's house. We're looking for comfy, cozy stuff, but to Worm, comfy, cozy is like books. He's not a normal goblin.
Okay, I like it. Give me, I mean, farmers aren't the most book-learned folk. Give me a D100 roll to see what our percentage chance. And with that, you nailed it, buddy. There's a big book. It's called How to Be a Farmer for Dummies.
Wow. All right, I'm all about that. So Worm slips that into his robe, and then as he's looking at it, he's in love with the book. But then he sees whatever this rug is, whatever that is, and inspired by his patron, the Lord Eck, he moves forward, intent on absconding with this rug.
Okay, so this rug, this farmer had some. Not only was he a farmer, he was a bit of a hunter, bit of a trapper. We'll say this one here is this is a badger fur rug here. We have here.
Oh,
so it's
shit.
A nice.
I'm all about. Is it a honey badger? Because I'm in.
Yeah, it's a honey badger. It's a rare honey badger fur rug. And this one actually is probably a lot easier to maneuver. It's not going to take up as much of your beautiful cave when you get back, but it's a nice little addition for a Gobbo.
I think he's very smitten with himself, and Worm just starts rolling it up like it's a Jimi Hendrix poster, just like rolling the rug up.
Okay. All right. So with this, I'm going to say at this point, I'm going to need everybody, let's say everybody make a stealth check. We'll just see what the situation is as far as this house is going.
I forgot somebody was in here, to be honest.
Yeah. Corey, maybe I did. Corey, maybe I did also even.
Don't admit it.
Sneeko's got the +5. But yeah, in this room, there's a light on, but the door is currently mostly closed. But you guys seem to be unnoticed. Sneeko got a 15, by the way. It wasn't.
Can Chunks grab the chair from the dining room and drag it over and like prop it underneath the door handle on the door?
Yeah, I mean, go for it. You could certainly try.
What kind
That's
of
the
roll would you
appropriate
want
response.
for it?
What's up?
What kind of roll would you want for that?
You know what? That's a great question. I mean, perhaps some sort of a sleight of hand, a step, whatever. What do you think? How's Chunks going about this? What do you think?
I feel like I would say strength, but I think if I fail this, I think there should be some kind of risk to this.
How about this?
If he's using his strength to slam the chair in.
Yeah. So think about this. I'm going to say you have an advantage on this check with your athletics, but if you fail, it's going to be very, very obvious. What's
the DC?
Let me look.
I think it's 13, isn't it?
Yes, 13. It was 13.
Are you ready? Come on. There we go.
With
advantage.
With the advantage. So tell me what that looks like. Tell me what that looks like.
Chunks grabs the chair and he doesn't even like pick it off the floor, just going across the floorboards, and he takes the chair by the legs on either side and he slams it the first time and he misses the doorknob, and then he slams it a second time and he jams the chair underneath the doorknob.
Okay. And with that, you hear someone on the inside of this room yell, "What? Help! Help! What's happening?" But you were able to kind of close that door pretty good.
Chunks took care of that issue.
Chunks, you obese, bubbling doofus. And I think, let us leave. Let us take leave of this place. And I think Worm takes one last look. Is there anything else comfy looking in this room that he's in?
Yeah. Okay. So give me a D100 roll. It's going to be very hard, but oh my god, dude, it was a 10% chance and you hit the 92%.
Jeez.
Is there anything on your special cozy item that you still need?
Well, snacky snacks, but I wouldn't know that that Chunk has eaten them all.
Well, I'll just say this. On the table here, there's a bunch of carrot sticks that they usually use to feed the horses out there then.
Perfect. So I'm gonna Worm grabs the carrots. I hope they're baby carrots, and he's like, "Fly, you fools, fly!" And
as you say that, this farmer that was in this room runs out into this room here, and he's like, "Hey, what's happening in here?" And he sees the chair, and he's not sure what's happening, so he makes a run for the chair. But I assume you guys are kind of coming up this way, huh?
So Worm casts grease in that area right there.
Hell yeah. What is that? That's like if he tries to move, he'll slip or something?
No, he needs to make a save or he falls down and goes boom.
He got a 6.
DC 13.
He got a 6.
All right, yeah, so he hits that grease and he just bites it. He's prone.
So the guy goes to grab the chair, and as he's like rushing over to see what's happening, he slips, smashes his tailbone. He's now like sliding across this room, and the chair is still stuck. What are you guys up to?
We're going out the window unless there's any snacky snacks to grab. And
you go to look for snickety snacks in the kitchen. It is destroyed. Every single cabinet is opened. It looks like there's no food, drink, water. The kettle has been emptied out. It was just hot water. Chunks, are you okay? Chunks, Chunks is eating everything in the kitchen. There's even a bite out of this moose head, and it's like, Chunks, are you like, what's happening to you, dude? Has he turned into a werewolf? I don't know. But yeah, this farmer, he's on his ass. You're not seeing anything in the kitchen, but he's trying to get up. What's the plan?
So I imagine we go out the window, and whenever it's Worm's turn to go out the window, I imagine his hat falls off, and he has to totally Indiana Jones that shit and get the hat as the window slams shut.
So what are you thinking? Animal handling check? Are you thinking of sleight of a hand check? Are you thinking
To keep the cat? Like what am I?
Yeah. Like what?
All right.
What, do you,
I think it'd be sleight of hand. It's the hat.
All right.
Unless the cat falls off my head.
Yeah, we'll do a sleight of hand check first, and then we'll see where we're at. All right.
Boom.
Yeah. The cat was gonna fall out. You plop the hat back on your head, and you hear a meow. But you seem to be good. You guys all popping out the window then?
To the stables.
All right. With that, and you have a farmer here who's flubbering around in some grease, but you know he's not going to be there forever. And when you guys make your way outside, you hear muffled screams from this girl inside, and you see an owl begin to circle overhead. But yeah, go for it, guys. What's up? What's the plan?
How can I make a perception check on that owl?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Or insight, I guess it'd be insight to see if it's like a familiar.
So how about
something
you give
like
me
that.
an Arcana check?
Even better, even better.
Ooh.
Uh,
Damn it.
Can I borrow some inspiration there, Mr. Corey?
Yeah, absolutely. Take it.
You sure? All right.
Yep.
No, it got worse.
Never mind.
You're not sure. You're not sure. You're not sure what's going on.
I imagine
the
it's
chaos of
because
it all.
the cat is making biscuits on my head right now. It's just like,
Yeah.
and it's very distracting.
We all understood what you meant when you said making biscuits too.
Oh,
Word.
yeah, of course, of course.
All right.
Yeah, what's the
So
plan?
I have my concerns. So I think we need an animal to hook up to our cart. And I think we go into the stable. We have
All
the
right.
cart parked somewhere over here, so let's go check it out.
All right. Well,
How are we
your
doing on
cart-
time, by the way?
We're right here.
Okay. That might
there.
look like halfway. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm guessing about 20 minutes or so.
All right, let's do this
snap.
shit.
Okay.
20, 30. Yeah, because we were scheduled to end around 10. So yeah, it's the stable. How are we getting in here? There is sort of a rickety barn door. Maybe a window or two.
I think
With
Chunks, take it.
Chunks feeling so energized from all the food that he's eaten, I think Chunks takes a step back and he says, "Let Chunks take care of this." And he sprints into the door. All 3 foot of him runs into the door to try to burst the doors open.
All right. I'm not sure exactly how the haste thing works. I think it was like 30 seconds though. So how about this? I'm going to give you advantage on this roll as you use up your sugar rush, but once it ends, it's probably going to end somewhere right around here.
Sure.
Unless you want to link that. I think it was like 30 seconds.
Nah, it was definitely 30 seconds. I was just thinking just wanted to knock the door down. He's all
Yep. So give me an
jazzed up.
advantage athletics check.
Jazzed up.
Yeah.
On a 9, dude.
With a 9, let me roll for this
Door?
door.
Roll for door.
Roll for door. The 9 doesn't do it.
All right.
You hit your belly into the door and then you fall on your butt and you are exhausted. Not literally. I think you just can't move for like 1 turn or something like that.
So-
but you're very tired and your sugar rush is over. What does Worm and Sneeko do?
I think Worm steps like right on Chunk's belly to like get over him, and then just opens the door like a normal humanoid would. Just
And then
open
do
the
it all,
door.
like with the handle
Just
and all.
open
What
the
and all?
door.
All highfalutin handle guy here.
Oh, you're going all handily with it? That's cool.
Yeah.
So why don't you give me like some sort of a sleight of hand check to get in here?
All right.
Or an athletics check or whatever you're feeling. Whatever
Well,
Worm's doing to open
If it
this.
is it locked
Or
or
it's
is
not
it just hard
locked.
to open?
Yeah, you're just
All right, then I'm gonna use athletics if it's heavy. All right, yeah, that makes sense.
it's just not happening, guys. You're struggling over here.
I'm just trying to open a door.
Is there a window or anything? Doors.
It is a
are
large. It's a very large barn door that's like way bigger than you guys. Yeah, you're struggling here. Sneeko was going to try for a window. I'm going to give him a sleight of hand check. Someone give me a D20 for Sneeko trying for a window.
Do it, Core.
Got it.
Oh,
That's only a 10.
All right.
So with that, I'm going to say this. You see the owl above make a loud like owl hoot, and then it flies away. But with that, you guys can kind of give it another shot if this is still the plan.
So first Worm says,
Just as we planned, my friends. Just as we planned. Now, together, let us take this dastardly door down.
and I think the three of us try to just blast this door open.
All right. So because you guys are using the power of friendship and the power of teamwork, I'm going to say all three of you guys can roll, or we'll say both you guys can roll an advantage, and I'll roll with sneak it if I got it here.
What do you want me to roll?
Athletics?
Whatever you're thinking. However we're getting in.
Athletics.
Athletics. With the 13, you finally were able to beat it. This door was a 12. But Chunks, after your little break, you're able to kind of make your way in here. And as soon as you bust in, you see indeed a sleeping dog over here that is indeed a mastiff. You see 4 horse. You see two horses up here and 2 mules down here. And then you see just an absolute monster of a pig right here, which is we'll call him Bodacious, but you guys are able to kind of make your way in here. And Bodacious is actually asleep on a big, beautiful blanket.
Oh, he is he?
Ooh. Chunks has an idea. Chunks thinks Hogzilla should tow our new wagon.
I mean, obviously. I think that's obvious. So let's make this fucking happen. Let's do it. Yeah.
Wait, Worm. See? He's also laying on a cozy blanket.
All right. So,
Chunks, you see that bovine? Use your fellow pigginess and go intoxicate him with your personality. Let us go home together.
and Worm points at the pig.
Yeah, and Chunk starts to make his way towards the pig.
Okay. The pig is asleep, and as you approach, it is like nestling and just like loving it. It's a big pink blanket. It's pretty dirty, but you could tell this pig loves this blanket.
And Chunks like kind of takes a spork out and taps on its head.
Like you do.
You tap on the pig?
Yeah, tap on his head to like try to wake him up.
Okay. You tap on his head. What's the goal? We'll say, why don't you roll an animal handling check to see how angry this pig is going to be at that? Do.
6.
So Bodacious, you do indeed wake him up, and he begins to snarl a little because it's like, bro, I was just in a peaceful slumber. Why you gotta wake me up? But his eyes open, and he looks up at you, and he's snarling a little bit.
Out of Chunks' pocket, he pulls out his last remaining sweet treat
There it is.
from before, and he holds his sweet treat out and he offers it as a token of friendship to Hogzilla.
Instantly. I like how quickly we threw out the bodacious name. It is now Hogzilla. Instantly, he goes and it just devours it. But tell me, actually, give me an animal handling check with advantage this time to see how it's gonna feel after that.
Hop upon the swine. Ride him.
A 19. With
Ride
that, it's
him!
like it's snorting and kind of grunting and pretty happy. And just really enjoying the thing you gave him.
And Chunks jumps on his back.
That's it. Pacify the pig.
You see this mastiff start barking at that. He's a little confused. You're now on top. You hop on Bodacious's back. You're a heavy gobbo. And Bodacious starts to kind of kick you around. Why don't you give me some sort of check to see how well you stay on as he's kind of hopping around? It could be animal handling. It could be like athletics, I guess, or whatever you feel seems appropriate.
He's holding on for dear life. I'm going to say athletics. He's got his... Amazing!
Oh my god, dude.
I'll tell you what. Bodacious is now my little oinky pig. He's my little oinker now.
I don't know if Bodacious is going to obey your every command, but what I will say is that he is bouncing and kicking like a bull, weirdly. Like it's a pig, but it looks like a bull the way it's kicking. He's going insane, but you are not budging. And he is just going on and on. And
that's it. Tame him. Pacify the pig.
Yeah, he's starting to get definitely exhausted. With that awesome check, we'll say he's starting to become very fatigued. Why don't you give me one more animal handling check? This is going to be at advantage. Oh my god!
Tossing it, baby. Come on.
Look at this. We're very low.
Let's go. Let's go.
So close.
With this, he is now basically like submitted to you. It's not like he's you're familiar now, but you've ridden him and exhausted him with your weight, and he's just kind of submitted to your endurance here. Yeah, what's that like, Chunks? Tell me what that experience was like for you.
Oh, it's like a bull. It's like literally. Have you ever seen the when the kids ride the bucking sheep? It's like that perspective where it's like he's trying to hold on, but he's like, oh, he's still kind of tiny. And he eventually wears out the pig to where the pig kind of sprawls like a starfish because it can no longer hold Chunks' weight. And as it hits the floor, Chunks pops off and he says, well, Chunks thought he would be good to tow the wagon. You think he could still tow the wagon, Worm?
Yes. Go. Attach him to the wagon before that slippery century approaches. The adventurer will be upon us.
So you guys make your way to the wagon with Bodacious in hand, and you go to strap him in. Amazing timing, because we really are closing in. You, Worm, Sneeko, and Bodacious, all with your many cozy things in your wagon, begin to depart, heading back as you start to see the sun almost beginning to come up.
Oh no.
And we made it to the sort of the edge of this is almost like the south gate. So we're kind of coming up this way. Let me put everyone over here. Worm, Sneeko, and Bodacious.
Drag that wagon. The shaggin' wagon.
Oh no, he was ahead before. To the front. I love that. You're up here. And you guys, what's the plan? Stealth out of the options now? We're just kind of making a full-blown sprint
yeah.
to the
Yeah, I think
Hell
now's
yeah.
the time where we
So
are booking
basically,
it.
we have one of our snacky snacks on a stick, on a rope, and hanging it out in front of the pig to make him freaking run.
That's brilliant. I love that. And as you guys are approaching, you are, it seems, destined to make your way to the edge of this town. Let's see one final perception check here from our adventurer to see how he spots you here. If he's going to spot you. Oh, boys. And with that, you see what you actually see is that owl from earlier, and it's just perched up on this lamppost, and it flies down to the bottom, and it transforms into a bear. And then what you see is a man in all these robes pop up, and he says, "Aha! But it was merely an illusion, a familiar. See, you boys thought you were so clever sneaking into the tavern like that. Thought I had no eye on you. But this town hired me, Sanbalay, for a reason. Nothing gets by the master of illusions." And then he notices Chunks and Bodacious coming up from the rear, and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" But yeah, let's go ahead and roll initiative, and we'll just see what happens from here. I'm gonna open up the turn order. But you are right on the edge of town, and it's like the sun is just about to come up.
Master of Illusion.
I rolled a 14. I don't know why it didn't go into the tracker.
Oh, okay. So it looks like Chunks is likely going first. Let me roll for Sneeko, actually. Actually, I think Sneeko is going to go first. So, what would you guys like Sneeko to do first? I think you guys would have room for all three of you guys to be either on the wagon or Foundation. I mean, Hogzilla here. So,
I think Sneeko and Worm are in their chariot, and I think definitely Chunks is sitting on Hogzilla with the stick and the cupcake, which is probably also distracting him as he makes the pig go. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
So what would you like to see Sneeko do here? He's up there. What's the plan?
Does Sneeko have any?
I think everyone's got some ranged.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know. Maybe we should ask chat what Sneeko should do.
Give him a snickety snack. Is that sand below?
We're gonna gaslight him. Don't you worry.
I mean, we could have Sneeko hold his turn if Chunks would rather go, but I would love for someone to tell me what.
Let's have. I was waiting for chat, but
yeah.
Yeah. So I think Sneeko rolls off the cart and goes into hiding. Like he hides.
I think
he uses his movement and he hides.
He sees this adventure waiting for you guys, and he kind of hop and rolls off Bodacious, and he finds a hiding spot kind of back here, and I'll say he takes the hide action. It is now Sanbalay, Master of Illusion's turn, as he is going to go ahead and he's also going to go ahead and cast a big pile of grease right here on you guys. So I need Chunks to make a what is it?
Animal handling check. Well, it's
No,
Dex. It's Dex, but it's the pig.
I'll just say Dex saving throw for Bodacious, and I'll let Chunks roll it. And then yeah, he basically would get a 0 to that. So Bodacious, I think, kind of like wipes out a little bit. And Chunks is still kind of he's on him, but I think he maybe came a little disconnected from the wagon. But yeah, Sambalay kind of laughs as you guys are kind of stumbling in the grease. Worm, you are still out in the wagon, so I don't think you have to make that slippery saving throw yet. But Chunks, it is now your turn. You're on top of Bodacious still, but he's slipped and he's a little struggling.
Am I like knocked prone?
I'm not. I'll say he's knocked prone, but you're not. You can kind of just hop off of him.
Yeah, he hops up off the pig, and he's gonna try to help the pig get through the grease. Like I think he's just gonna use his action to like assist the pig to try to get him past the grease.
Okay, I like that. So how about this? I'll give Bodacious another advantage. Well, you roll a advantage dexterity saving throw. How about that? Dang, bro, it's
Not
tough.
doing so good.
I'll say you can use your movement to kind of like move a little bit. Actually, no, you're prone. Yeah, you guys are just slipping and sliding all around. Worm, what are you up to?
All right. I have a very important question. I wish Bernie was in the chat because he would know for sure. What was the name of Sanbalay's nemesis?
It was Blaine Copperfield.
Blaine Copperfield. So, Worm says, "Ha yourself! Worm has planned for this." And he gestures over to the snowman. And as he does, the snowman shakes and all the snow falls away. And there is Blaine Copperfield. And you hear music. And then there's a cut scene. There's a cut scene. It goes back to the beginning when Worm says, "And now we must plan."
Wait, no, copyright. We're gonna take it down.
Copyright. Oh no! Copyright. You didn't hear anything?
So what we see from the night before is Sneeko sneaks into the town and overhears that the name of the adventurer protecting the town is Sanbalay. So then Worm is able to find out that he is a traveling illusionist and who his nemesis is through research, because he's smart. And Chunks is able to contact through a mutual friend, Blaine Copperfield. And we set this up at the moment of our escape. And now as they hopefully illusionist duel, we ride off.
What?
That's what you were doing earlier.
What? Yeah, we I think we cut back to that moment of planning when you had your thinking music going, and we see that all play out where you're like, yes, this adventurer, he's this, and we're gonna get his nemesis, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna want to make our exit on the south gate. So that is where we should stage our illusionist. And you see this snowman indeed shake off its snow to reveal Blaine Copperfield, where the two illusionists begin to enter something of a wizarding duel, just like something you'd see at a long table on Harry Potter somewhere. But that in and of itself allows the three of you, as well as Bodacious, and as well as all of your snickety snacks and goodness, to get back all the way safe to the big boss's cave. And I absolutely love that ending.
So good.
But the adventure is not over. This is the most important part. The time where we tally up all of our cozy points into one precise little tally. So why don't you go ahead and tell me what is our total list of cozies here?
All right, here's what we got. We got 3 snickety snacks, assuming Chunks didn't eat any on the way back. We got lint chocolate or pocket lint chocolate. We've got an owlbear rug, which shout out to Eck. 2 blankets, 4 pillows, 2 socks. One of them is extra farmer stinky. We have an amazing hat and a cat in the hat. We have a honey badger rug, and we have a Hogzilla. And I think that's and a dagger.
And the Hogzilla came with the big blanket also.
And the big cart and his Hogzilla's delicious blanket.
Okay, I need to find here the list of how to add these. I think anything that is not on our specific list exactly counts as 1 point. And anything
that stuffed owlbear toy as well.
Yep, and that was a special one. So anything that was specifically on the list, I believe, was 3 points.
Well, we got them all.
So I'm trying to see here.
How many snickety snacks do we need?
We need 3, and we have 3.
Yep. That's
okay,
right.
here it is. Here it is. Yeah. Sorry, boys. So all of those things that were specifically on the list, 3 cozy points, and everything that wasn't specifically on the list that you still grabbed anyway, that we're counting here as something that seemed pretty cozy, we're going to call it 1 point. So could someone add that stuff up for me?
I can, but I move to have the rug count as 2. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, we'll count the rug. Yeah, we'll count the small rug as 1, and we'll count the big rug as 3 as a special item.
So 3 for all the stuff that we. All right. Yep. So 2 blankets is 6. 4 pillows is 12. That's 18. 3 sickety sacks is 9. That's 27. Chocolate 30. New stuffed toy 33. Owlbear rug 35. Socks 36, 37. Dagger 38. Hat 39. Cat 40. Honey badger rug 41. Pig and pig blanket 42, 43. Big old cart 44, which is a great Syracuse number. And we have a sweet coat with all that in it for 45.
Holy. Wow. So Ben actually said it best. When you return to you guys come storming into this big boss's cave. Bodacious in hand, you come in like there's like a snow and dust is being trailed behind you guys as you pull the wagon in here, and you're coming in at Mach speed on the back of Hogzilla. And I think Ben said it best. When you guys show up, you are the most comfortable goblins in the land. To give you a frame of reference, this adventure is meant for more like 4 goblins, and a decent success is 21 points, and a great success is 27 points. So when you get back in the biggest blanket nest, boss's large dark eyes and the top of his head pee over piled up blankets, a muffled of satisfaction emerges. Around him is a group of smaller nests where each of the goblin gang has buried themselves in warmth with delighted fury. The cave is warm. The goblins are cozy. This is going to be a wonderful winter. You have your large you have a hog in there helping you with warmth. You got your big polar bear looking rug. Guys, what a great success. I really you guys did an amazing job here. Well done.
How many points did we have?
45.
Subtract 9 because I ate 3 sticky stuff.
So is there a universe in which that Worm played the long game and that the big boss is deathly allergic to cats?
Interesting.
Perhaps.
Interesting.
Maybe we'll find out another time.
As you guys are all in your big kind of blanket pile, kind of hovered together. This is the first night. You feel the biscuits on your head start to happen again. And Big Boss looks over at you and he's like, "Oh,
I'm feeling comfy, but why so itchy?
And we'll just leave it right there. Who knows what's going to happen to Big Boss, but he's noticing at this last second something seems to be triggering an allergic reaction to the Big Boss. And who knows where we're going to
add it to the wiki.
Maybe in 6 months, who knows who the new boss of this cave is going to be. Perhaps even he'll be wearing a pink bathrobe. Who knows?
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, here's what I got to
Bravo.
say, man. I want to shout out the chat one more time. Best chat, most active. We've had it active, like maybe just as many posts or tweets, whatever, messages. But these guys were invested in the adventure. They gave us ideas. They let us play off them. I mean, that's what a gift. What a gift.
Yep.
And thank you guys for staying with us. And how about a round of applause for Spooch's DMing skills? The music,
Amazing.
the images, and inspiring
Definitely
us
a
to
hunk.
be awesome.
Oh, you guys did an amazing job. As I said, yeah, I listened to a couple people stream this. Their adventures didn't quite go that way, so I appreciate the creative thinking, and I had a lot of fun. I hope people had fun watching. It looks like we raised some more money even since Tech earlier, so I'm super happy. I'm glad we could have CUS on.
Yeah, we before we end the night here, we were at yeah, that's crazy. Who would've
Wow.
thought? That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Well, I can't wait to play with a lot of you guys in chat. I think almost everybody I'm seeing there that I know is going to be playing with us on the 4th. That's really awesome.
Yep. Looking forward to it. And great job, Mike. Great job DMing. This was a really fun
Amazing.
campaign. I could see why this could be a potential one for 3 lives. But who knows? We shall see what we have planned up our sleeve.
Yeah, a lot of these guys have seen it, so we could run it for people that haven't, but we'll have to have another adventure then for these guys. But it is a great one because it's fun, it's funny. It's
Well,
RP, you can still throw down.
It is also like it's extreme. Like I almost feel like we could play this 4 more times and it would be very different every time. Like so I don't know. I feel like even if you watch this could be a fun one to play. And I like the fact there's pre-generated characters and all that, but I don't know. We'll see.
We'll talk about it. But hey, folks, anything you can do to spread the word, you've already done enough financially and this. But if anyone, if you know anyone that is interested, even $10 goes a long way. It starts to really add up, and we're trying to. We'll get you. We get started.
Yeah, I think we got to look at the list after this and see what space we have available.
We definitely have space. If you.
Well, wait a minute. I don't know about that because right after Allison donated, my friend Nate said he donated 100 and said him and Shaq are in for the 3 Lives event. So that was 2. And then Cody Kelly dropped a 50. I don't know if he would be in, but
if he is, I still think that gives us 1 or 2 spots.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get it sorted out and we'll get back to you.
We will definitely sort it out.
So incredible stream. We had
good work.
Yeah. It's gone up, significantly since the start of the stream. Now that I'm thinking about it, so awesome, cool.
Got us an extra Gobbo too. We played so long, my earbuds died. That's amazing.
Mine are good.
Well, thank you guys. I love playing Dungeons & Dragons with you, and I appreciate everyone's time and energy watching us 3 tee-hee and giggle and pretend that we're goblins and play D&D.
I think we're getting better at this, boys. That felt,
our best one yet.
Perhaps.
Hey, Shadow Mag, what's up?
Mag.
Well, hey, folks, we're gonna figure out. Eck, we'll get to you. We got to figure out if we have any spots left because the money poured in, so we got to take a look. But we'll make it happen. January 4th at 3 Lives as of right now, but we'll see what we got. Mr. Lawson, we owe you a game.
I'll be there.
Can't wait. All right, homies.
All right, friends. Thank you very much,
brothers.
We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys so much.